Good evening and welcome to It's Happening Out, the world's most popular live gay television show. We are broadcasting live and then on demand on Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire Television, and of course, YouTube and Facebook. It's 9 p.m. Wednesday, October 19th, 2022. Me? I'm your anchor, FayWhat? I killed Al Ferguson.
Finally.
I'm coming clean. Cops get me.
Burn that bitch in that Volvo.
He might be in the trunk of my car.
Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
We might let him out. Who knows? Welcome, folks, to season 4 of the first LGBTQ talk show of its kind in the world. It was an experiment. Then it survived. Then it thrived. Now reborn again. We are going to laugh and play through our LGBTQ plus world. Next on It's Happening Out.
This week on It's Happening Out.
With Do Lesbians Give a Damn? Okay, ladies, here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna present.
Grow your dick by 4 inches in 2 weeks or something like that. So I'm gonna do this for science. I actually bought one of those peanuts.
It's all happening out tonight. With your hosts, gay guru Al Ferguson, lesbian activist FayWhat, pansexual leather daddy Elimination, drag queen and comedian Auntie Maim, Latino muscle bear Jonathan Casañas, Gen Z political advocate Max Fenning, Gen Z bear and actor Cameron Glass, leadership coach and leather shirt Mark Moffitt, Indo-Caribbean artist Trinidadi, Muslim American communications exec Kal Gajraj. It all starts right now, live on It's Happening Out.
So let's start by meeting tonight's host. This season 4 cast is the most diverse in the history of It's Happening Out. Let's welcome Auntie Maim. Auntie Maim, she's a singer, actor, activist, podcaster, and stand-up comic. She's the mother of the House of Yas and a well-known two-spirited bearded drag performer. Good evening, Auntie Maim. Welcome.
Hi, everybody. Is everybody getting excited for Halloween?
Yeah. And speaking of Halloween, you've already started to celebrate. I saw in your social media that you were dressed as Squid Game or something.
Yeah, Squid Game guard. Yeah, that was one of the costumes. I was not going to do that, actually. I was like, I'm going to wait till the last week of Halloween, and it's not worked. So I've just been dressing every Thursday at my gig for like all these different things. So it's going to be exciting. So I'm very excited. But also, we got this thing up here. So I'm like, what is happening? This is bare minimum.
Well, with that, let's welcome our next anchor. He's Jonathan Casañas. He's a board member of FayWhat Miami, helps run the Gay Ocho Festival, and is a promoter for events like Mega Wolf and Macho Party. Good evening, Jonathan. Welcome, papi.
Mi gente.
¿Cómo está?
Aquí, bien, ¿y tú?
Bien, lo más bien. Aquí en la lucha. Oye, so any...
Are there subtitles?
Right.
Probably.
I'm reading like
I'm going to close caption it.
That was so hot, by the way.
Cal just got turned on. Any Latino that starts turning, starts talking in Spanish, and like
when
Cal
you see
is
a
all
brown
about
guy
it.
blush, I'm blushing right now.
Listen, so a lot of your viral videos have gone, a lot of your videos have gone viral. Anything new that you're going to be, putting on TikTok anytime soon, so we can see you with very little clothes?
Yeah, I'm going back to my naked butch femme kind of play on the spectrum a little bit. I realized that I kind of went away from that. I've been really busy, but I'm going to go back and see if I can hit that $1 million mark again.
Yeah.
What's your TikTok?
Yeah. It's one huge long name.
One huge long name.
Get that juices flowing, baby. Get them juices flowing.
My favorite is always when you put the wigs on. That is like my favorite.
No, see, they like it when I take my shirt off and keep the wig on. It's very weird, but I'm into it.
You're doing it, whatever your fans want.
Somebody do it.
Somebody gives me the
This one is clearly in.
Got her strap
Oh, yeah.
ready to go.
I wrote it down.
Of course you did.
Clearly.
Next up, let's welcome Elimination. He's a pansexual member of the kink and fetish community history. An educator and community leader, he was the founding president of Onyx Deep South and also represented our community at International Mr. Leather as Mr. Ramrod. Besides his charitable work, he campaigns for self-acceptance with his I Am Enough initiative. Welcome, brother. How are you, puppy?
I'm good. Hello, my fellow kinky humans. How y'all doing?
I always love when you address us as kinky humans, because you know we all know we are, but like you know, right?
That's how you blush. That's how you blush.
That's
right
how you.
there.
Oh my God, he totally is.
I totally is.
He totally is.
That's how you do it.
Right now, he's imagining you paddling him or something, and he's liking it.
I think my tongue got a little hard for that.
Woo!
Absolutely.
50
Is it time
Shades
for
of
a
Red.
commercial break?
No, not yet. Not yet. Listen, so Elimination over the weekend, you were busy. You were emceeing Mr. Ramrod.
I was emceeing. I was watching the lineage grow. I mean, it's very important when you see brown faces in spaces.
I love that.
Because it's not often that you see a brown person leading a leather contest, first and foremost. And then to be able to pass on, and what we did was we invited in out of 28 years, all of the Mr. Ramrods to come. And we had several of title holders, and that was such an awesome space.
Oh my God, that's
cool is
awesome.
that?
Well, I know that you kicked ass as the
kicked
MC.
ass, and they've already invited me back. Booked and busy, bitch. Booked and busy.
As everybody at this table, let's tell our folks at home, Ramrod is like one of the leather bars here in South Florida.
Ramrod is one of the 28 years, original place, holding it down, true leather, true kinky, true sexy,
fun.
true fun, very inclusive. Everybody's welcome. We keep knocking down those doors. Very sexy, very like awesome, like
Very sexy.
Yeah.
All
So has
the
everybody
doors
at the table been
knocked
to
down.
Ramrod?
Oh, many times.
Look at Auntie Maim is like
Auntie
many,
Maim,
many
yeah.
times.
Aim. What doors have you knocked down there?
Back when? Back in.
Back in the day.
Why back in it? Oh, because now you're a married woman and you can't be getting up in there.
Lady, I can't be in there.
I'm sure your DNA is in there somewhere. I'm sure your DNA is in
Scraped
there,
up a bit.
yeah.
You know,
I stepped on it.
I think all of our DNA is in there somewhere, right?
sure.
Well, except for Cal, because Cal said that he's only gone there once, like
I-
20 years ago.
Yeah, that was my first and last time there.
Why?
DNA
Ramrod
doesn't
is
die,
so
baby.
inclusive.
At all.
When I was probably all about like 22 years old when I was there, and within the first 5 minutes, it was over by the pool table. So
I bet it's always by the pool
It's always by
table.
the pool
By the-
Yeah,
or
you
the
know where
back,
This
yeah.
story is gonna go.
a patron pinned me up against the wall and sniffed my neck and said feeding time was in 15 minutes, and that time I had to go, and I've never been back.
So,
Wait, but who was doing the feeding though?
I don't know who was being
I
fed.
didn't wanna
I
find
don't
out.
know whether or not this was an American Horror Story situation. I didn't know, but
Oh, you
I
know
left,
what?
and I've never
You know
been
what?
back.
20 years ago, you might have been.
So, but the
Yeah,
question is,
for
did you
real.
leave because your nipples got hard and your little man got hard, or did you leave because everything retracted and you just didn't know what to do?
I left out of fear.
Okay.
Retraction.
Retraction. So if that happened now, now that you're almost 40, would you say, all right, let's go, I'll be there in 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Cal,
right.
it's feeding time.
All right. Speaking time, I think we need to take a little trip, all of us, to
Let's do a field
Ramrod and
trip,
take
yeah.
Cal on
I'm
over.
down.
And
Field trip.
speaking of gorgeous Mr. Cal, let's welcome Kal Gajraj. Kal is a first-generation Muslim American. He's an award-winning communications executive and diversity officer for government healthcare programs. Kal is also a professor at the Miami-Dade College School of Global Business and an advisory board member for the University of South Florida's College of Business as well. Welcome back, Papi.
Thank
How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited to be here with all of you.
How do you find time to come to this table? Like, if you you have to follow Cal. You have to follow Cal. Cal is always at every concert, every Broadway
Literally.
show, every
musical
party,
theater,
every musical.
the ballet, the symphony, the museum opening. I'm a very scheduled person.
You schedule.
Yes.
That's the key.
That's the key.
I keep a very strict calendar. If I ever lost my calendar, I'd be lost.
But okay, in your calendar, most people have like their work stuff, right? I gotta
Yeah.
go pick up something. I gotta take a dog to the vet.
I have a
You
social
have
calendar.
your social stuff on your
I have
calendar.
a social calendar, yes.
Where are you
That's
going
how
this
to do
weekend?
it.
This weekend, Friday night, I'm seeing a show at Slow Burn Theater at the Broward Center. And then Saturday, I'm actually an ambassador for the National LGBT Task Force Gala in Miami Beach. So it's exciting. Hopefully everyone will be there. And then Sunday is the closing ceremony for the Outshine Film Festival. So yeah,
Okay.
it's a busy
right?
weekend.
Does every other gay at this table now feels like they just don't go out
you know
enough,
what?
right? Like it's like,
And I'm too old for that.
Right,
That's
right.
it.
But I think you really come just because you want to get that blushing. Like, where else can you be sitting at the table and we can just make you blush and
No,
blush?
I love it. I love
and blush.
sitting here with all of you guys and gals and talking about the issues.
Aye.
Hey.
Lastly, and really lastly, let's welcome Cameron Glass. Cameron is young,
That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just
That's all I
stop
got
there.
going for me
That's
so
it.
far.
That's all I got. No, he's a South Florida actor and musician, which means he's jobless. Welcome, Cameron.
It's so true and accurate. Thank you so much for having me and my titties back on the show.
So,
Yeah.
Papito,
Dígame.
did you shower? I mean, like, did you know you were
Did I?
coming here today? Like, what is this? What were you?
It was a chill 69 degrees this morning here in sunny South Florida, and
Okay.
I said, somebody come cuddle a bear. And I stayed in my robe all day, and I am staying in my robe all day.
So this is public advertisement.
There you
Yes,
go.
hello.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Did,
Follow-
and,
follow
did
the
someone
show.
come cuddle with you?
No, I'm alone.
Oh.
and remind our viewers, you're single, correct?
Very.
All right, so let's start the show.
Right. There we go.
There we go. It's Happening Out is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America. Hotspots Magazine has been documenting the LGBTQ plus experience for 37 years, and Happening Out Television Network has been bringing you daily LGBTQ plus news, talk shows, and more for 4 years. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. And tonight, we introduce a new segment for the launch of season 4 of It's Happening Out. TikTok has become the top source for viral content on the internet. And you can find everything from recipes, hot guys, hot girls, puppies, and vacation clips. And nothing says vacation more like a cruise on the new cruise brand, Virgin Voyages. Virgin has been an iconic supporter of the LGBTQ plus community. And now Virgin Voyages brings that to the entire new level as your #1 choice of LGBTQ plus vacation experiences. Value is the word, a value they deliver with being an adult-only cruise. Wi-Fi included, all food from 20-plus eateries included as well, tips included, group workouts included if you're into working out, and essential drinks included. Value and their values are also self-evident. Virgin Voyages fights for equality and the right to be seen, heard, and included. So whether an LGBTQ plus cruise charter, Pride Month celebrations, or countless sponsorships of our charities and nonprofits, this is why Virgin Voyages is part of our best TikTok of the week. So each week we will show our favorite TikTok video. This week, dressing up your pets for Halloween with @StormIGEE.
I'm feeling a little bit rambunctious today, so I think I might dress up my cats in Halloween costumes. Will they hate it? Yes. Will I love every second of it? You bet your ass I will. Do you want to get dressed up for Halloween, baby? Not a thought in that head. Not a thought in that head, huh? This one's gonna be the problem, child. She hates everything. I'm gonna put her down. Oh my God, don't kill me, please. I bought so many costumes. Okay, I definitely went a little bit overboard. I bought 4 costumes. Got everything from a bumblebee to a pop star. And yes, that's a fucking wig. Yeah, we'll see about that. It's time. I love you. Look at my happy little bumblebee. You're happy. You're happy. You love me. I think she likes it. That's a queen bee if I have ever seen one. Down to the little stinger on your booty. This is the one I'm worried about, so let's give it a go. Bribes had to be given. She was not happy, but who's my happy little pumpkin now? You are shaped like a pumpkin too. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to say that. I would show them together, but the other cat swiped her nose like a week ago, so now they hate each other. So it's been hard. On the bright side, I do have a new cowgirl. Hey, sweetie. Beautiful.
All right, so this is the best TikTok of the week. What do you folks think about that?
I
Dressing
love-
up your cats, dressing up your pets?
Love this. I'm definitely one of those dog dads that dress up my patches every opportunity that I get. There he is. This Pat's Patches. He's dressed as Where's Waldo for one Halloween a couple of years ago.
Pat's Patches is his
Yeah,
name,
no, Patches.
but you call him Pats.
No, Patches.
Okay, so just
Yeah,
Pat.
Patches. Actually, today.
It was a stutter.
Yeah, I was stutter, yeah. I saw a picture of him and my heart just flutters. So.
The past of the patches. I was like, okay.
Today actually makes 12 years since I adopted him. I adopted
Today.
him from the Humane Society.
Oh my God, how
He was
cute.
abandoned at 7 months old, and he chose me to come home with.
Adorable. And you didn't give him, oh, there's Padme.
Yeah.
There's my beautiful Padme. So Padme, you know, because I'm very dramatic and Latina, she has a full name. Her name is Padme Olivia Jones Albernas Orozco.
Oh my God. All right.
She loves every minute of it.
Wow.
You know, but she loves when I dress her up. And like every Halloween we have like a whole fashion show and she looks for it. Like she knows if I'm gonna go grab one of her costumes. She's like, oh my God, and she loves it. They say that a lot of dogs don't like it. She's not one of them. So crazy to dress up your dogs? No, yes?
not at
What do you
all.
think? Auntie Maim, you have like a million one. You have like a zoo. So
I have 2 dogs and 2 cats, yes. And they actually all, well, they don't all like it, right?
How cute.
This is not my cat. They found that as I shared this is not my cat. My cat would never do this, by the way. The only time I got close to dressing my cat up is when I bought her a Ninja Turtle outfit, and she kept it on for about 5 seconds. But the dogs love it. They absolutely love it. Like Star Wars that's our costume du jour. So we have like a Boba Fett costume for one of them. And the corgi, well, I mean, he's a corgi, so all you really can do is the costumes don't fit him right anyway. So I just put little hats on him, right? That's hats and bow ties. That's his thing. But I dress him up all the time because he's like my little gentleman.
So cute. So around the screen right now, you're seeing Luna, and she's our mascot dog. I've been trying to steal her for years. I love that dog. And she doesn't look happy in that picture, but trust.
The happiest dog
She's
ever.
usually very, very, very happy, dressed up as a little pumpkin.
This is what happened with my dog, may he rest in peace, Butch. I put him in a bumblebee outfit. He didn't really speak to me he doesn't really speak anyway, but he didn't speak to me for a week. I swear he was so upset. And every time I see a dog or a cat in an outfit, I just think it's animal cruelty, to be honest.
Oh, no.
And speaking of that, looking at that TikTok, I was like 1-800-HUMANE Society. Blink twice.
Oh,
And it is all
That's just how cats look.
Why do you say that?
Cats look like that.
I know. So I adopted my mom's dog, and we'll talk about my mom later. And she's a long name, Mitzi Vanderbilt Turpin. So she was a pocketbook dog, and so Mitzi would look at me like, "Sir, what is this that you're about to do to me? I am too glamorous for this." And so when I saw that cat and those eyes, it was like, really?
Yeah.
Like, huh? So all I thought was 1-800-HUMANE Society. Get me dressed
Not
up.
abuse. No elimination.
I think it's more of some animals can take it and tolerate it. Some animals just absolutely hate it. Right. I used to work at a PetSmart, so I used to dress animals up. People brought in dogs, cats.
Did they ask for it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They asked
The
for
people,
it,
not the
nicely.
dogs.
Exactly.
I know. I was like, furries?
So
Did
what
furries
did
go?
dogs
Consent
say,
is
right?
sexy, yes.
Consent.
Yeah.
But, if a dog's ever backing up or, having an issue with it, I'm not going to force a costume on an animal.
But it's incredible the amount of money people spend on costumes.
Oh my
for
God!
pets.
Yes, each costume is like $25. I mean, that's like on the lower end of it. So
That's why I made my dog wear it. I was like, bitch, I'll pay for it. You're gonna wear it.
You're gonna wear it. You're gonna.
I was a little abusive.
But she was like bold to try it on cats. Like dogs is one thing, but cats will scratch your eyes out. They don't care.
They do, but see, the thing is, after a certain age, cats develop like a laziness about them, where you can pretty much do whatever you want with them. Like literally, like hold them like a baby. They don't care. They're just like whatever.
Right. But did you see Mama when she was trying to eat, and the lady was trying to go pet her, and the cat was like,
That's
I'm
food.
eating.
That's
Like,
different.
like,
That's
stop.
food.
Like, pause.
That's
like,
food,
don't
though.
separate.
They have a thing with their back or their ass. Like my cousin's cat, every time I go to pet her, the moment I start getting to her ass, she lashes out.
That's how Kal is when you touch his ass.
Well, actually,
It's true.
Actually, I saw the arch. I disagree. I saw the arch go a little bit higher.
Get
Our
into
cat-
it.
so I actually have a cat. We do a thing called butt bongos, and there are certain cats that they're very sensitive there in a good way, and so literally like you can just pound like that on her backside, and she
Choice of
loves
words.
it. So her tail just squiggles about like a crazy person, and like she loved it. Yeah.
Tell me that way. That'd be cool.
We love our pets.
we do.
Okay?
And
We love
sign
them.
me
I'm
up.
ready.
We love. Listen, one of the events that I'm going to next week is done by this incredible woman called Grace Lopez, and it's called Women for Paws. And basically, it is a doggy parade for Halloween, raising money. And I love Women
cute.
for Paws for what they do is basically, if you're going through cancer and you can't walk your own dog, or if you don't have the means to pay for your dog's food because of your treatments that are so obviously costly, Women for Paws goes and helps them. And they're just an incredible organization.
That's great.
But I enjoy their pet parade a lot. Like, just a little bit too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well,
no.
I feel like a hypocrite now because Gayocho has a runway show too, and I forgot we did that. Wow, I'm a hypocrite.
But
as fuck.
but anytime that you have
No, you
an event with pets, I think that's sexy. That is so sexy because you get to see the person and the pet, and see if the pets can gel. Then that means like maybe you gotta adopt me because our pets already adopted each other. Like,
That's true too. But and also you know what kind of a person they are if you see someone with their pet.
And how that
you know what I
pet-
mean?
yeah.
And how they are with their pet.
We start to look like each other, right?
Well,
Yes.
and even it doesn't even matter the size of the pet. Like I've got this client that's huge. He's like Jonathan, and he's got like this little Chihuahua of like 2 pounds, and they've been looking more and more alike the more I see them. I love that. I love that. All right. Well, we love our pets in the LGBTQ
Absolutely.
plus community for sure. So before we leave the dock with TikTok, let's think about the best place to make your next video: a Virgin Voyages cruise.
I made it through the wilderness. Somehow I made it through like a virgin. Touched for the very first time like a virgin.
need a drink.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
Because you got through all of that without stuttering or anything. I love it, baby.
Yeah, right. I only had to read it like 15 times, so I wouldn't stutter. I'm still Latina. You know, I'm a brown Amazon. These words don't come out right. You know
That
what I
tongue
mean?
is fire. That tongue is fire.
That's what my wife says. All right. Time to drink. All right, so let's play our yes or no game called I'd Swallow That. We have played this game since season 1, episode 1, and we invite you at home to play along with us. Get that big Flanagan's cup. If you don't know what Flanagan's is, just look it up, all right? Just get a big ass cup and play on over with us, okay? All right, so I'll make
Flanagan's.
I'll make 6 statements. I'll make 5 statements. And if our hosts agree with the statement, then they take the shot. If they disagree, well, it's going to be a really long show for me.
More shots for us.
Let's make sure that you guys drink, all right? So everybody ready?
Ready.
Yeah, ready.
All right, let's play I'd Swallow That. I'd Swallow That is sponsored by the LGBTQ plus community's favorite spirit brand, Bacardi. Bacardi is the world's most loved rum brand and special sponsor of our nonprofit 501c3 efforts to educate, inform, and empower the LGBTQ plus community. Bacardi is as diverse as our LGBTQ plus community. Our neighbors here in South Florida, Bacardi, have been built on an enduring legacy. Nurtured by 7 generations of the Bacardi family, they are the world's largest privately held spirits company. Bacardi is also a legacy name in their support of the LGBTQ plus community with sponsorships, pride embracements, and deep and passionate support of our LGBTQ plus charities and causes. Bacardi began in Santiago de Cuba on February 4th, 1862. It was from that Bacardi revolutionized, the spirits world, enabling the creation of an entire cocktail category that created an entire culture of celebration. Exactly what the LGBTQ plus community is all about. Today, the world's largest rum distillery is in Puerto Rico, and that's why tonight, It's Happening Out plays I'd Swallow That with our favorite rum drink. Bacardi and Coke, I think, is the first one. Let's do this. First, during his shows on the Long Live Montero tour, young American rapper and singer Lil Nas X, we all know him and love him, said to his fans, quote, "Stop doing poppers, because y'all asshole don't need to be open while I sing my depression album cuts. If y'all want to do weed, Molly, shrooms, paint, gasoline, etc., knock yourselves the F out," end quote. Question 1.
That's not impressive ever.
I thought he was here.
I'm gonna do a shot. I'm gonna do a shot just for that.
Did you feel like he was here? All right.
Spiritual.
Question numero 1. With Bacardi Gold as our shot, I'd Swallow That. I'm good with Lil Nas X asking fans to stop doing poppers at his shows.
Yeah.
Have you smelled poppers? They are not for the weak of heart.
No.
They've got a new one. I mean, wait, not that I know. Not that I know anything about that.
One brand.
Sorry.
The new scent of the season.
They've got a new scent.
Pumpkin spice.
Spice poppers.
Salted caramel.
No, Double Scorpio has a pumpkin spice one every year for the season. So
Who the fuck is doing poppers at a Lil Nas X concert? Like the last time I did it, I just wanted to go to sleep for forever. It doesn't make any sense. And by the way, it does like dilate your hole, does it not?
Yes, it
There's
does.
a lot of missing seats at the end of that concert.
And that's the point, though. He doesn't mind you getting high on the sauce, but what he doesn't want is your hole wide open. While he's on the stage, like that he doesn't want you to blame him for his hole being wide open.
With the sound of aerosol.
Oh my God.
But is that like how they sell the poppers to our community? It's going to make butt sex easier? Like what?
But see, here's the problem, though, and this is something that I don't know how many straight friends you all have. That's becoming a thing
2.
around.
We only have 2.
Well, that's becoming a thing around the straight community. Younger straight people, it's a thing now.
Explain to me, Auntie Maim, please.
For some reason, they think it's cool and hip to do poppers, and they like it. So younger people are starting to do them for completely different reasons.
I'm going to have to ask my straight friends because I've never heard that before.
Seriously? But can't we have anything to ourselves? Can the straight people got to take everything from us?
I mean,
Also realize too that it's an inhalant. So they, on the dance floor and the sugar parties and all those things, they do that inhalant, and it's you can buy it over the counter. So it's safe, quote unquote, and quote unquote. And so they may not be using it for what could be used for, because it gives me a headache like the.
A lot of people
I think it's the worst
well,
thing
think
ever.
about the history of it.
But
It's from the disco era.
That's right.
they want to relax and they want to be able to party without
And
being.
it's cheap. And that's
it's
another
cheap.
thing, because drugs have gone up a lot. Inflation is a real thing, people.
You're like, not the brand I get. This
Brand I get.
Real last thing.
It really is. Cal, didn't you go to Lil Nas X? You went to the concert when he was here in South Florida.
Yeah, I
Why were
went
you
to
doing poppers there?
Yeah, we told you
Which
to
ones
stop
were
that.
it?
He was talking to me. But yeah, I went to his concert in Miami, and it was just funny because he had the hottest dancers I've seen at any other concert before. So I think that he was just trying to arouse the audience and, just play into the whole fantasy of just him and his dancers and being in the moment. It was actually the most eclectic group of audience I've seen at a concert. You had the gays, you had the straights, you had everyone there to support him. So it was a lot of fun.
And the mosh pit.
Was I
He still
aroused?
has the chair inside him.
Yeah. He's still sitting on one of the stool legs.
He's still there.
I did not do poppers that night.
No.
Not that night. Not that night.
That night, a different
That's
night.
what I said.
That morning.
But the thing about that comment, I feel 90% of it probably was a joke because, that's what he does. He does publicity stunts. He does social media. He knows how to get people talking about him.
Yeah.
10% probably is true because this is, as he said, a depression kind of like album that he's got going where he's literally talking in one of his songs, what is it called? Sun Goes Down, where he's talking about literally suicide. And, I don't want to do poppers to a song about suicide personally, but some people might.
But don't you think him saying don't do poppers at my concert is just gonna
Makes you want to do it.
You're going to do that reverse
Yeah, like you see that one person,
really?
you see that one person in the audience, poppers, $50, right?
I mean,
I
they were
know someone who used to
definitely.
charge $2 a hit at EDM concerts.
What?
Seriously. I'm not joking.
I am in the wrong
10-second
business.
thing. You
All
only-
right.
I'm in the
That's
wrong
why I always
business.
like every time I
Right?
every time I did it.
Every time you did it.
Bring it in.
Every time
Oh,
I
by
did
the
it.
way, you left it in my
bring back,
car.
Bring it back.
Past
Bring it back.
tense.
Right.
I was always like wanting to. Honestly, I just wanted to lay down. There was no way that I wanted to be at a concert like every
It's
10
supposed
seconds.
to
trying
relax you.
But I thought it was supposed to make you
Yeah,
tired too.
But to
like-
me,
Not tired so much as relaxed.
it's relaxed.
chill.
It's relaxed. But
Yeah.
to me, the moment that you walk into a space that has that smell, it's like it's not a relaxing smell. It's more of a awaken my senses. Like what the hell? Like what did I walk into and why?
It
like,
depends on the variety, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
It's like walking
Yeah.
into a Blockbuster video. You're like, oh my god, what is that?
What is that smell?
What is that? Head cleaner?
He said blockbuster video.
Wow,
Head cleaner? I
Blockbuster.
do head cleaner.
You ever been sober and kissed somebody who had the line
Yeah.
poppers?
Yeah.
Oh, poppers. No.
And you sucked on his nose just to
No,
see.
When you
all you
kiss
smell was
someone,
fumes.
your nose comes in.
Thank you, Cameron.
You're welcome.
That was the worst joke ever.
I know.
Wow.
He really just tried to make a joke about me kissing people. Mind you, he's not wearing clothes and he smells, and I can smell him from here. All right, super devil. Let's go on
And
to the
so
next.
right.
Next.
Scene.
Listen, so the Sanderson sisters of Hocus Pocus fame are inviting guests over for a stay at their creepy cottage in the remote woods of Salem. The cottage is listed on Airbnb and for a lot less than you think, but if you dare to spend the night in the Sanderson cottage, you may want to sleep with one eye open.
If you prefer your vacations to be scary instead of soothing, you might want to take a look at this. It's a new listing on Airbnb. It is the Witch's Cottage from the film Hocus Pocus. It's in Salem, Massachusetts, where the movie takes place, and it's made to look like it's really been sitting around for 300 years. The cottage will be available for 2 guests starting on October 20th for just $31. It's all part of a promotion for Hocus Pocus 2, which is being released today. If you want to try your luck at renting out the house, you can request the stay starting on October 20th.
I love that. Question number 2. With a Bacardi hurricane shot, I'd swallow that. I so want to spend a night at the Hocus Pocus cottage.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. For $31?
$31.
$31.
Yeah.
No.
That's insane.
Here's the
Even
place.
Cameron can afford that.
I could barely. But, well, no, because you also have to travel to it. And I'm not dealing with that. I don't care about the movie enough, frankly, to begin with. I literally watched it for the first time about 2 months ago.
Did you see Hocus Pocus 1?
One.
Wait,
Like,
you just saw it for the first time?
He's 10,
Yep.
Auntie Maim.
Yeah,
He wasn't
I'm-
around when the first one came out.
Was it okay, dear? Did you like it?
yes, mummy.
Oh, nice, nice.
I don't know.
God.
But did you like it? Did you like
It was
it?
cute. I'm not.
But here's the thing. This is created for fans of the
Like
movie.
super fans.
Specifically.
Yeah, so if you're a super fan of the movie and you love the theming, yeah, absolutely go try to stay there. You know, if you don't like the movie, then, go stay somewhere else.
Absolutely, but I say sign me up. First off, I love the fact that it had dead toes. Like the dead toes. Like I love when toes are like sitting on my chest, like just that in general.
We know.
But then,
God,
but then,
we
the
know.
fact-
Toes are
off.
sitting on your chest.
This nostalgic of it all, and then to find out that it was based off of a true story of 3 actual sisters. I mean,
Missionary
all of that alone, it makes me want to just be in that space and roll around, like just roll around naked and just like be there.
Here's a place to do poppers.
Yes, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
You know,
That's it.
you can get a couple brooms. You can tell the book to fly them right in your hole.
Right,
if you want.
right in your hole.
Right
is
in
it
the
actually-
hole.
Is it
You can bring
actually
a lesbian,
haunted?
'cause They have cauldrons. You can bring a lesbian. They can cook up another excuse to argue with a straight man.
Oh,
It's a fun night.
I think I agree with you. Absolutely, it's like some fun. Then I have to say, I just can't stop smelling Cameron. Like I can't believe you did that. Like, but I just think that the house might smell of nostalgic of an area. Like wonderfulness.
Hi, Cameron.
That earthy, musky scent, you know.
You didn't scare the ghost away.
Cameron smells like an old cottage. That's
Thank you. That's what I'm going for.
That was just
like
I'm going for like a 2-bed, 2-bath kind of vibe.
Now available at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Check me out on Zillow.
Wow. Go on Airbnb and try to book this cottage. I think that's a great idea.
It's sold out.
It's sold out.
I checked. Yeah, it's sold out.
Of course you checked.
Yeah, of course I checked.
Well,
Yeah.
it's only one
I
night.
did too.
One night.
But
It was
think about
one
it,
night.
all of those drag queens, right? They all booked the first day. Every single Sanderson sister drag troupe, they took all their money and they're like, okay, girl, we're going now.
All their tip
Right?
money.
I want to shoot promos. I want to shoot promos.
And all the variations of Sanderson. So like the old, the young, and the fat, the skinny, like this
Because
stuff.
literally,
Oh.
they said that drag queen. They said literally, drag queens are the reason that movie survived.
Agreed.
That is the reason that
amazing.
Hocus Pocus
I love
survived all
that,
this
and I
time.
can see that. I can totally
Yeah.
see that. Think about it. The drag queens are still playing those characters even
what-
before Hocus Pocus 2 was even a
Lived
thought.
Because the thing is that when
Yeah,
Hocus
right?
Pocus came out, like people are forgotten. That movie was a flop.
Yeah.
It was a huge flop, and the gay community is the one that kept it resurrected the whole time
Yeah.
until it got to this point now.
Yeah.
So it's like, thank you, drag queens, for
Right?
doing
And
that
I love
again.
it. Yeah, I love it because even like 2 of my friends do Hocus Pocus as drags to Nicole Halliwell
Absolutely,
and
everyone
Calypso
loves
Lords,
Nicole.
you know, and like
Oh,
they put on
yeah.
an annual
See them
show.
at the premiere. They
Yeah,
took them.
the picture
they were at the
with
Disney
Matt.
Flew them
premiere.
to the premiere.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
They were in New York.
they
They're
met-
on the Disney website.
They
How
met
dope.
Bette, Midler and the rest of the cast.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah Jessica
Our girls
Parker.
here, they
You
flew
know,
up
so it's
there.
super exciting. You know,
Awesome.
so happy that they got that opportunity. People were taking pictures
I love
with
that.
them. You know, so it was really exciting. And
And Nicole does a great bet. I mean, when you saw
Oh
them
my
together,
gosh.
like that was the best
Yeah.
picture ever. And I love Nicole. Like anything about Nicole is amazing, but that was one of the best versions of the sisters, like those three together.
Right.
And Auntie Maim, I say it again, our South Florida girls. Like
The girls are
I love it.
We keep
I love it.
sliding on our family down here in South
here you
Florida,
are,
and we
man.
can't do it.
And
No,
now
we can't.
the show's actually touring, so definitely like
absolutely.
people should look up Hocus Pocus Live and see if there's tickets available. in
Hocus
your
Pocus Live. I don't think
Yeah.
I'm going that far, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
just-
Hocus
it's-
Pocus 2 was
It's
great.
a great show. It's a great show.
Hocus
It's a great
Pocus
show.
Live is better than
I would.
Hocus
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. It'd
Yeah.
probably be
And-
15 times better.
And
Yeah.
they actually do a pre-show, which is on villains, so it's really cool. So they do Ursula and Cruella and like all
Another
those
thing
things.
that the
whole
gays
gay
are
fantasy.
saving.
Oh,
we don't get credit for,
Love
all
it.
right?
Disney
Yeah.
villains.
All right,
Disney
let's
villains.
move on. Let's move on to something that we're really going to enjoy, all right? How about Mr. Gay World? Mr. Gay World competition
Nah.
is a space for gay men across the world to amplify their purpose in the sole pursuit of equal access to human rights, inclusion, acceptance, and tolerance. And this year's title is owned by Jose Lopez of Puerto Rico. He won over Mr. Gay World USA, Tony Ardolino, right? He's been around a lot. I remember him. From Maine. Here's the video.
Mr. Gay World 2022 is Puerto Rico.
Congratulations to the king.
Mr. Gay World 2022 and all princess.
Question number 3 with a Bacardi Cola shot. I'd swallow that. Mr. Gay World gets it right when they choose Puerto Rico over New England.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
They did that right.
Cheers.
They
Salud.
did do that right. I mean, who wants un huevo sin sal? You're definitely gonna go with the person who has flavor, texture. You got look at this
Absolutely.
gorgeous brown man.
texture?
Okay, look at the
Say.
texture on his abs. It's
Absolutely.
gorgeous.
Look at his arms.
So if you guys don't speak Spanish, Jonathan said, who wants eggs without salt, right?
I knew that part.
I don't care what he said.
I didn't care either. at that
I didn't
point.
care either.
I was feeling the flavor. So
Ma'am.
it didn't matter what he's selling. I wanted all that flavor.
And the
So,
person's
yeah.
like, yep, I got it. I got the salt. Whatever you need, I got
Tell
it.
me anything you want, but say it in Spanish.
He's gorgeous.
Every time I see the American in that costume, I want to just retch because
It's a red flag.
it's awful. Like every time the Mr. Gay World sends the United States, the fact that we don't have a culture is so apparent versus every other world that they send. I think the last time they did it, the guy had on like a bedazzled Superman costume. It's awful, and it makes our country literally look like you guys have no culture.
But
It's a
we
good
won.
point. No. Puerto Rico won.
What do you
Not
want?
the United States. The United States was in it as well. It was the United States and Puerto Rico.
And Puerto Rico, right.
So we
but Puerto Rico's a Commonwealth. It's like being
I know
part of the
it
U.S.
is in itself. That's like
But I get what you're saying.
That's
Like
a whole other comment right there,
Yeah.
right?
But I think also, so, these international contests, very depending on how they're structured, having been someone who competed in international contests, can be, we can have people from the same state or from the, same part of the world or the same part of the country. However, and so, but what I love about it is the fact that we finally have a brown person, besides the Philippines who've been running.
They won 4 years in a row.
They've won 4 years in a row, and then we had someone, from the
4 years,
states
4 years in a row.
to take it, and the fact that he has some flavor, some true flavor,
Yeah.
and the fact that having volunteered at the U.S. when it was here, I love the fact that this guy just seems like you said all the hotness, not taking on the American flag. Like, we're so much more than the American flag. Let's dive into true culture. Let's dive into who we are as people. And we can't have that conversation until we start looking at inclusivity and making sure that you're represented. But at the end of the day, I salute anyone who decides to take themselves out of their brand, their head, and compete on the international stage. So that's awesome for him.
Bravo to
Well, and
all
he,
of
I mean,
them.
and they had to compete in a bunch of different ways, and
Yeah.
so the Mr. Gay World who won, Mr. Puerto Rico, he won in Best Social Media Presence, he won in Best National Costume, he won in Best Sports Challenge,
Yes.
and a bunch
Best
of other
swimwear.
and Best Swimwear as well.
Yeah.
One most
Our
popular.
And let us not forget that number 3 is a trans man, the first trans man to be in that
Yes.
contest. And so I applaud that alone. But let's go back to best social media presence as a way to rank ourselves.
I mean,
Dude,
that's
that's
part
not
of
dude,
it
that's
now.
not dude.
It's part of it.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah, what was the sports? I mean, what does that entail? Is it you have to do something sporty?
You looking
You
to
have to-
fly?
Or you have to dress like you're doing something
Sports. No, literally, yeah.
I'm wearing
You know,
a crop
I
top
when
and
I
a
wear my
jockstrap.
yoga pants and I'm going nowhere near
know what I'm
yoga,
saying?
and I don't go, I'm like all dressed out like a sports bro. You going to the gym? No, bitch.
I'm taking selfies in the
Taking
mirror.
selfies.
They
That's
do
what I'm
that
doing.
They have drag competitions too. They have a sportswear competition and
Yeah.
drag ones.
I love it.
How good you are.
I love it.
So was it more of like an athletic wear competition?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was all for all the categories. My thing is, again, how you show up on that day for your people is what counts. When you do a social media presence, I might not be that person who does that, have the time for that, Cal, who's busy. But get me in front of the camera, get me in front of my people, and I can shine. And so those are the things that I was kind of unnerved about. Well, how do we rate someone on that? That's more subjective versus opinionated versus actual, how does that person show up? But nonetheless, I mean, I agree
Isn't
with
it
that.
all really opinion? Sorry, isn't it all opinionated? Like,
No, because they're
for
actual-
a panel,
Right.
And you come out in a bathing suit. I'm like, he's
It's
hard.
based on opinion.
Yeah, you might look at the
Yeah.
bulge. I might look at his
Yeah.
legs.
A good
That's
contest,
all,
a
though.
good contest will tell you parameters in which you are to score on, meaning that does the swimsuit fit right? Does this look, how does it work? Is it tags hanging? Is it those kind of things?
Yeah.
Are good. Now, everyone doesn't do that.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
and we talked about, I think last 2 weeks, about how opinions ruin these kind of events. And so hopefully that wasn't the case, but nonetheless, they got it right when they missed the Puerto Rico.
So with
And I thought that you would have liked him a lot because, like, his talent was that he did a social impact project addressing body dysmorphia.
Absolutely.
And you know what I mean? And to do that on stage in our
With
community,
abs.
It's so needed.
Imagine
so needed.
doing that with abs.
Yep.
Imagine doing that and
I
looking good.
know.
Right.
Another
Right.
skinny legend doing a thing
Yeah.
on body dysmorphia. Can you
Exactly.
imagine? Wow, how diverse.
But you have to think though, because technically that is actually very prevalent even for people that appear fit. There's a wonderful
Correct.
book called The Adonis Complex that talks about the obsession.
There's a movie
that,
as
yeah,
well
that
on it.
drives these people, even when they're fit, even when people look at them and are like, oh my gosh, they are obsessed, and it ruins their lives sometimes.
The pageant syndrome.
Well,
pageant
yeah,
syndrome.
when you're in a
Pageant
pageant.
syndrome,
the
that's the
pageant
thing.
syndrome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you're in it,
absolutely.
I mean, it's heightened because everyone's really judging you based on your look.
On your look.
Yeah.
Fully.
You know what I mean?
But
I think-
everybody's got a different opinion, though, Jonathan. So that, I mean,
Right.
that's totally got to
See,
be a
what
mind
happens- It's
screw.
the social, like, I'll give you a good example. So this happened yesterday. One of the bachelors just came out with like a whole thing about body dysmorphia too. And he literally said that when he got put on the show, that walking into the room with the rest of the guys, and his words are the what resonated. He said, it was like walking into Instagram. And I was like,
I can see that.
oh, this is how people's mindset is nowadays.
Wow.
Because
I don't use
it's
that.
not even a subjective thing anymore. It's like
No.
we have a whole new, it used to be what, magazines, things like that. Now we have this new
Everywhere.
thing telling you what is
What is
And
pretty? What is hot? What is
And
good
I'll share
looking?
with you, when I competed, I competed against 68 other people, and there was a handful of us that were black and brown. And the moment you walk into the room and you see specs, it's like, I am not the norm. I have to work harder. I have to do. And so you think about, so I'm already in my head about that. So think about someone who already fits the norm. How do I stand out more? What do I have to do? And so it's that, again, that pageant syndrome of how do we set ourselves apart to be noticed and to last longer, because these folks make their living off of competing in various places and hoping for that media deal, hoping for that opportunity to get some extra money.
And again, that's another thing that ain't cheap. It ain't
No, it's
cheap to
not.
compete
It's not
in those,
cheap.
in
You gotta
those
travel,
pageants.
you gotta customize, you gotta have things fitted, you have to have things remade.
You talk like you know. You've been in a pageant with that beautiful body of yours?
Not yet. Nobody's accepted an
Oh my gosh.
application yet.
By the way, now that you said that,
Why
they are,
do you want his belly piece?
well, they are accepting applications for Mr. Key West.
I would say the same
right?
thing.
I can't afford it.
We'll
You
sponsor
need to
you.
fundraise.
It's happening. I was sponsoring Cameron Glass to appear in Key West
You
Bear.
have to
It's
fundraise.
heard
We're
right
going to
here.
talk about that.
Yes.
We need
Absolutely.
to. All right,
That
let's.
was some more
move on.
confidence, and then we'll work.
Then we'll think about it. We'll start
We're
with
going to speech.
I'm sorry, are you competition? What's going on?
I'm not. Look, I know you guys think I am
Jonathan's
gorgeous.
your bear coach. He's your bear
He
confidence
could be your
coach.
mentor. We'll start you a GoFund. Don't worry about it. All right. Let's move on. Next, Melanie Chrisholm of Spice Girls, better known as Sporty Spice, won an honorary gay award on Wednesday at the 2022 Attitude Awards, where she spoke about the various aspects of the girl group and its relation to the LGBTQ+ community, including rumors of her own sexuality. In her acceptance speech, she said, quote, "I had zero problem with people thinking I was gay," end quote. The star is an open ally for the LGBTQ+ community and supported trans inclusivity. Question 4, with a Bacardi lemonade shot, "I'd swallow that. I always knew it. Spice Girls stood for gay power."
Amen.
Yes.
I mean, of course they have to say that. I mean,
Hold on.
gay people,
Get the drop. Get the last drop.
gay people make up like 70% of their revenue. Like, there's
Really?
nothing gayer than the Spice Girls. I'm sorry,
Well,
poppers are gayer than
Poppers
the
are
Spice Girls.
gayer than the Spice Girls.
Just by a hair.
Yeah.
Well, the
Just
gays
by
are
a
the
huff.
reason why they're still relevant.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Hair.
come on. Like,
Hair.
if it wasn't for the LGBTQ community, the Spice Girls wouldn't be relevant today.
Yeah, think about it. It's young girls, then LGBTQ, like right there. And most of the time, the young girls get bored of them, and
And then
we
we take
continue
over.
I don't
to
even
love
know.
them and
I'm not
support
even
them.
sure. I feel like gay people dress up more like Posh Spice than Victoria Beckham dresses as Posh Spice.
Right.
Yeah,
And she is Posh Spice.
she's,
Yeah.
very,
Right?
she's not Posh Spice anymore.
I don't think she remembers being.
But she's a designer now.
I think the Spice Girls were the village people for women. Like, they had
Yes.
diversity.
The village people?
I mean, come on now.
They literally
village
haven't worked
people?
on that.
They
Like
were.
that.
They really were. I mean, think about it.
They each represented
each
something,
represented
right?
Yeah.
And if you think about it, there was a member of the village people who were straight. That if the lead singer was straight, so
right.
that's a big call. That's not
Mary
okay.
Felicia Rashad.
Ray was, and so again, Martha Felicia Rashad.
Yeah.
And so what I loved about that is they embraced it, and what gay people realize is that women, we can identify women because you often get put in a corner. Women often get forgotten about. So do the gays. And so to see diversity, see I can be a Posh, I can be a Sporty, I can be that crazy.
So who were your favorite? So there was Scary, Posh, Baby, Sporty, and Ginger.
My
right?
favorite was always Posh. I was always Posh Spice.
You're still Posh Spice.
Because
Well,
you're a Spice.
I was a ginger. I was a ginger.
Thank you.
When Ginger left that group, because I was in high school, I was done.
You're like that.
I was. I think I wasn't. I didn't go to school for like 2 days.
Oh, wow.
mourning the
No,
exit
for real.
of Ginger.
Because what happened was they were coming. Like they did it just before they came to America for their tour. That's when they broke. That's when she left. So like when they came to America, they came as the four. I was not okay. I really wasn't. And I saw Spice Girls 6 times in the theaters.
Oh.
And I made every
6 times.
You made the money. You made the number.
And 5 of those 6 times you were there alone.
No, I made a different friend come every single
Yeah.
time. I literally was like, "Can you come with me?" Because I didn't want to go by myself.
Paid for her exit. Paid for her
You know who was
exit.
my favorite was Scary Spice.
Scary was
I
my
Mel
favorite.
B. Like I
You
had
are
sexual
her.
dreams about her all the time. And I was like, oh,
So that
I
tongue
still have
ring.
sexual dreams about her now. I mean,
Well, I mean,
you know.
she's
I know,
still
me too, and that's
amazing.
fucking weird.
Do you think,
yeah, I
do you
was
think
all-
this reunion is ever going to happen?
The reunion, you think?
They're supposed to be they're supposed to
No,
be.
they are.
And there's even
Cameron says no.
There's even a
You don't
talk that
think
like
so?
Posh has actually talked about maybe doing it because
She'll do it?
because it's the 25th year now. Now it's
Because she was the reason why it
You've
didn't
got
happen.
the
She doesn't
geeks.
want to do it.
I thought they got a confirmation that they were coming back.
Yeah.
They probably offered her so much money that
probably
she
did.
had to say,
Yes.
we don't, you know, and like, I mean, her beautiful husband now has that soccer field down here, and they're doing
More
all
reason
that,
to come.
all that soccer stuff, so she'll be in the U.S. Like, why not
Yeah.
the tour over here?
So but let's go back to how good Scary looks now.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
good.
And so I've always been about the Scary. the hair alone, like being natural hair, being natural that skin tone, and be a badass, just like all in it in your face. Like she was that one that when no else was quiet, she was gonna be that loud bit, that loud one.
Yeah, and I do love her because she's the one that stayed relevant throughout. Like she kept working and working, and she had a big mouth.
Transformed.
She did transform, and I think I have a connection to her, but way after Spice Girls, and it's only because she was like, I'm gonna be me and I'm not changing myself, fuck y'all.
And that's it.
What I love about this story is just beyond, the Spice Girls, but just the allies. Because I think beyond, the LGBTQ plus community, like the allies are really the ones that are out there because they have the platforms.
Yes.
We're catching up now. We're having more representation in mainstream, but it's the Spice Girls, it's Cher, it's Madonna, it's Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Like it's the representation that we're finally getting now that's really important. And I wish I could take another shot because I want to give a shot to everyone else, all of the other allies that are out there.
I said no to one earlier. I'll take one for you.
But remember, Mel C she never answered, or she never felt in that trap of is she not. She lived her life. She didn't,
because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
And she showed the world that it didn't matter, and she still was her. Even when she had a little single by herself, she still was her.
Nobody liked that
did
single.
No. I'm not gonna give you that. I remember it.
Spit it however you want.
I know.
Yeah, he's not gonna give you that.
But it just showed that you didn't have to give in to the naysayers and still be who you are, and still be relevant and still be powerful, because there was someone who didn't know how to, and Mel C gave them that. Again, they were the village people because they gave everyone that person.
Yeah, but is there a public, was there a moment where she was asked directly and she had to address it?
Yeah, various times. And just because of the stereotypes that we're constantly talking about, right? Just because she was sporty Spice, that of course automatically she's a lesbian.
Day one.
That's it, right? Like Velma and Scooby-Doo. Let's move on. Just like LGBTQ plus on Wilton Drive, we are taking a lot of shots. Let's take a momentary break and hear from our sponsor, Bacardi Rum.
Para la muñeca, por favor. Qué calor.
Welcome back, folks. So, The Right Stuff, a new dating app, okay? A new dating app for right-wingers has barely just launched, and it apparently has so few women on it that it might as well be Grindr. At least that's what's being said by people who have left reviews for the app. It's a good app, but there are no women on it, says one user. One person wrote that. So question number 5, with a Bacardi Old Cuban shot, I'd swallow that. I'm not surprised that the right-wing dating app is mostly made up of men.
Not at all. Hang on.
Are we not? It's so gross.
These are the same people who watch people like Andrew Tate and get all their dating advice through this disgusting creature.
Yes.
Are you all familiar with Andrew Tate?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awful human.
Awful human.
I'm not.
Terrible, disgusting cretin. And normally I'm attracted to balded, bearded men.
That
but
mean?
Hi, how are you?
Bitch, I'm not
Bald,
bald.
right?
Roll the footage.
Hello, boo.
Hold the fuck
He's
up.
No, he's talking about me. He's definitely talking about me.
I could be balding though. I'm almost 40.
Almost.
But it's,
Almost 40.
Yo, I don't know. This whole right-wing app thing is very gross to me. Like, it doesn't feel hot. It feels like if you were, I don't know, like you were in jail without poppers.
Without poppers.
Without
Or lube.
Yeah,
Or
or lube or
no
anything.
hooch, baby.
But okay, so this right-wing app, you've got to be invited to be a part of it,
invited
all right?
first.
So let's just understand that. So nobody invited girls? So nobody thought about that? Like, nobody invited any women. Let's do a dating
actually
app.
very
What are we missing?
So they actually did a thing. So the basically in DC, they were sending out like people into like the different Republican congressional offices, trying to recruit women to come join the website that worked in the offices. And even the women were like point blank to their face, like, I'm not even getting involved with that. Because
women are smarter than men,
Yeah.
right? That's what
1000%. Yes,
wait.
obviously.
Are they? Because
mean-
in some states, they don't prove to be.
I'm
In
very well
some
aware.
states, they're very much following the white man, and they continue this narrative that it's okay to be the second hand instead of being the leader in the family,
Very true.
instead of being in control of their bodies and allowing government to take
Essentially.
that.
did you see the commercial for the app?
No, I didn't.
So it's really funny because everything you just said, it ties right into the commercial.
Completely.
Because the commercial is literally just women talking about what they look for in a man. And they're like, I want a man who takes control. I want a man who's the head of the household.
I'll have your food
Well,
on the
let me-
table when you get home.
Let me
I'll
tell
rub
you
your feet.
something. I need to find a way to get invited to this app because
too.
number one, Grindr's full of bottoms. Everyone's a bottom. Every single one of them. You find that random top that's on there that's showing a
Random,
six-pack,
random.
you know, and that's
Uh-huh.
random and it's a fake picture. So I need to get invited to this app because there's nothing hotter than a fiscally conservative gay guy, like or a straight guy. I don't care.
Wait, wait.
You're gonna find as a toothless racist person.
No.
Okay, hold on, guys.
However,
would you date a Republican?
Yes, and
Would
I've
you
dated
would you date a
Republicans.
Trumper?
No, so there's a difference.
there's a line. No, I know
there's a
there's a
line.
line.
Difference.
So
There is a
I
difference.
separate Trump supporters from Republicans because Trump supporters are some of the dumbest people on the planet.
Accurate.
And Republicans are just Republicans. I understand being conservative and being fiscally responsible and stuff like that. So there's a line that's drawn, and I can deal with that.
To me, the thing is that what you said is true. There is a difference. However, I do have a problem with people that are so fiscally conservative that they vote against the rest of the policies.
Because they vote for their party.
Because they vote for their pocket.
But that's the thing. It's like you have to think about it for this.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about your pocketbook, which is fine. People do that. However, when a person says it's this one thing, and then there's this giant list of all of the other things, like you hear oftentimes with gay Republicans, right? Log cabins will talk about fiscal conservatism. I'm like, yes, but you realize that's the same party that's trying to take away our rights.
Annihilate you, yeah.
Right. Like, this is the same people, right? Or the same ones that kick you out of the conferences. It's like, guys, they don't even want you to
log
be
cabin
a part.
Republicans are a whole other species because
But
the Republicans don't want you.
Didn't you say that you got up from a date or something
Oh
when
my
somebody
gosh.
had said that to
So
you?
my husband, our very first date, right? Very first date.
My husband. Hold on.
But now he's your husband. Okay.
Hold on. My very first date, right? I make no bones about. I'm very political, right? I have no difference. And in the middle of the date, he got kind of serious. He was trying to be funny. He got kind of serious. Like, I just wanted to tell you that I hope you don't mind me being a Republican. And I literally put my chopsticks down. I said this was a really nice dinner.
Was this a Tuesday?
And yeah, no, it was a Japanese restaurant. I said, this was a really nice dinner. I was like, it was nice to meet you. I gotta go.
Wow.
I stood up. And he was like, I'm joking.
Oh, that's not the kind of joke you.
Right? I was like,
And that's why the app is creepy.
You got me,
The app, everything about the app is creepy. I mean, if you got to invite somebody, then you know all those closet cases are inviting all their other closet cases friends.
But nobody thought about inviting a woman. Like
Because-
I read
no,
today
no,
that
they did.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is getting a divorce,
No,
right?
no.
So maybe they'll invite her.
They got a spokeswoman
You're not following me. They intentionally left all the women out so they can. Hey, baby, I'm just going to go have a right-wing meeting where they're bumping uglies in the bed with their partner because it's safe.
Have you read the reviews?
It doesn't even matter. The fact that
Because
it's-
one of the reviews actually says this app is secretly designed to help closeted men meet the other closeted men because 0 women would ever be attracted to a Republican.
And it also says
that's an actual quote.
And it also
that's
says
an actual
that
review on the app.
From someone else.
Someone used the app and someone used the app and changed their status or looking for it, and other men sent them a whole bunch of pictures just randomly. So again, all the closet cases have a safe word
and they've invited
to go in
other
there,
closet
and they all
cases
invade
and-
the other.
I want
closet
to take
cases.
my comment back about the toothless Republican
change
thing.
how they-
Okay.
I think if I join this app, it would be nice to fuck like a.
It is really hot. Let me tell you.
Get it?
I'm just telling you from experience. Do it.
Yeah, like a toothless Republican would be like fucking a racist gummy bear, and I feel like that would be hot, and I think I'm
Racist
okay
gummy
with that.
bear.
Oh,
No,
my-
not the
that's
gummy
like a
bear
funny
part,
God.
but let me tell you, Jared
politics
Kushner
don't
can get
have
it.
to-
He could get it.
Jared Kushner can get it.
But
Yeah, absolutely.
The idea is that our politics don't have to be brought up in
no
these
one
kinds
ever
of
says
situations.
that. No
I
one
said
ever
it.
said that.
I
Alex
said
never
it.
said that about Jared Kushner
No.
ever.
Jared Kushner.
No, it's very
Hit
it's
me up.
very small-minded of us to say, I'm not gonna have sex with you or I'm not gonna date you just because you're Republican.
Well, and also angry sex is the best sex too. So wouldn't you have like wonderful, mean, mad
But
sex?
Cardi, I'm so
wait,
sorry for all
the
this.
thing is, right? Now I'll say this, right? I don't think of it as, from my own perspective, right? I don't think of it as being small-minded because the thing is that when you are trying to, having sex is very different than dating, right? When you're trying to get to know a person, you're trying to get to know about them, right? I hate to say this, but after a certain period of time, your political affiliation does speak volumes.
Especially in modern day era.
Right, especially now, right? And so
Especially.
it doesn't matter if, let's be honest, the person who runs this app and pays for this app is a gay man.
Yep.
Right? And think to yourself, he's facilitating this giant new
But
commerce.
the app has nothing to do with your relationship, right? If for me, for instance,
What do you mean?
It's
It
for
builds
finding
relationships.
You're right for dating.
That's the whole point of the
It's
app.
a sex app. There's no way this is
No,
a
no, no,
relationship.
no,
It's not, it's a
This
dating
is a
app.
dating app.
Supposedly it's a
So
dating
is
app.
Grindr.
Like Trump Meet
So is
or
Grindr.
MAGA Meet
So
or
is
all those
Grindr.
failed
But
right-wing
wait,
ones.
the tea of the matter is, right,
Oh, she's talking
is
about
that
now.
when, for instance, Biden is not the best representation of a Democrat,
Okay.
right?
It's what we have.
And we're sitting here talking about we're not going to date a Republican. When the Republican look at him and be like, I'm not going to date a Democrat, but you're losing options. You're missing those people who are centrist, who just happen to lean a little bit right. So I can't sit here and say I'm never going to date a Republican. I'm going to sit here and say I probably won't date a racist. I probably won't date a bigot. Those are different things than
There's
to
totally
label
different.
as-
There's totally
Okay,
different.
but you're good
Because-
looking. Like if you're ugly,
Yeah,
then you
you're-
have to
but no.
broaden your horizon.
You're in a relationship. Hang on.
Republican, Trumpers, whatever it is. All right, let's move on, guys. Let's move on.
Oh my God.
Next up is a segment we call our best thing of the week. Drag lovers do not have to worry about cheating on one drag show with another, as two of the most awaited drag reality competitions are not going to be premiered during the same time. Call Me Mother Season 2 is set to premiere on October 26th on Out TV and features up-and-coming queens joining drag houses to compete as teams.
Art, activism, and a swift right hook.
The perfect Venn diagram of hot, dangerous, and sweaty.
Forget House of Harmony, welcome House of Revenge.
Mother of the House of Hype, Fahrenheit. He had amazing energy. Winner of Season 3 of Dragula, our new Gunkel, Landon Sider.
Hey, come at me.
Drag Latina will come to Reverie on November 20th and is a Spanish language drag competition featuring drag stars from the Latin American countries of Colombia, Cuba, Ecuador, Guatemala, Mexico, and Puerto Rico.
Bienvenidos a Drag Latina, donde 10 preciosidades van a estar luchando por ganar ese título de Drag Latina.
Aquí no se viene a jugar, aquí se viene a darlo todo y tienen que demostrarlo desde el principio.
So, our best thing of the week is Dragapalooza as Drag Latina and Call Me Mother premiere days apart. What do we think?
Love it. Absolutely love it. This is like a dream come true. It's legendary. It's Drag Race. It's The Voice. It's American Idol. It's
En
everything
español.
combined.
En español.
And Espanol. Like everything
En
combined all in one. So I'm all for it.
And do we have enough drag competitions?
No.
No.
Never, for
No,
real,
it's never enough. No,
Because
never
my
enough.
first thought was, God, another one?
No.
And then, but I'll still watch it though.
But the thing is, right?
Yeah, you will.
Here's the thing, and this is why I love what they're doing with the Wild Network, right? Drag is so different everywhere, and that's why I got so excited about this, because I remember when they did the Drag Race Thailand, and they had, it was very similar. They had queens from different areas of Asia. All of them were so different. Their styles were different, and like when I saw this, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is filling that hole." That's how to say that's to say that out loud. But this is filling that thing, right? Where it is interesting to see, like culturally, because these shows, I mean, as we know from all of the other drag races, it goes beyond drag, right?
Yeah.
And I love learning about other places and other people, and these are the ways to get to know our people in other places.
I love
Like,
that.
But
I love that.
you're not gonna learn a fucking thing. Let me tell you why. Because
Tell us why.
Latinas are shady.
Dramatic.
And it could be a
Tell us,
Colombian
Faye.
or a Venezuelan. They are gonna despise each other even though they speak the same language.
Yep.
We are the shadiest and cuntiest, and I'm assuming these people. It's the truth. Did I say
No,
that?
no, it's the truth. It's the truth.
But wait, furthermore, I think these are probably people who are exposed to the States because a lot of these people can't get the supplies that they need that people are afforded in America. Like, for instance, a Cuban drag queen probably use motor oil for contour. It's not going to be actual contour.
Which is hot.
This is
And
super
look,
hot. But this is
Right.
going to be a very interesting thing, but you're not going to learn a shit about their countries.
So let's go back a second. So I want to shout out Peppermint. They have a black trans woman at the
Iconic.
head of it, something. Let's be clear about that.
Iconic.
Diversity and inclusion is
And
also
Call Me
amazing.
Mother.
And Call Me
Yes.
Mother.
Uh-huh.
That's
Which
very
is
important.
second season.
Which is very important second season because you again, black trans women don't often get their face to do the strength that they need to.
Oh, yeah, but
But
she's
I-
flawless, my friend.
Oh my gosh, it's so
Literally.
amazing and talented. But to the Queen Latina, the thing is when those folks come over here, they get judged so harshly because English is their second language. They have to now work on second level. So if you're giving them the opportunity and we're all it's an even playing field, hell yes. Let's allow them to show their talents. Let's allow them to show them who they are, where it's all even and the diversity of who they are. Because that's important, not through our eyes, but through their eyes of their colleagues and their cohorts.
It always broke my heart. I always remember on Drag Race US, right? It always broke my heart when queens from Puerto Rico would be in like verbal challenges or something like that because it would just, I felt it was unfair.
Absolutely.
Like they would redo the scene 18 times because she missed one word or mispronounced
the accent or whatever it was.
And that's why that's important.
But,
that's why that's
you
important.
you shouldn't feel bad. You should.
They knew what they were getting into, correct?
No,
right?
because there's character in that. When you're struggling or you have an accent, I think that's fucking adorable. I think it's beautiful.
I know, but if you're trying to read lines, what was it? Gorgeous. Flawless, beautiful, size 0, perfect dancing, the whole entire 9, right? But when the bitch opened her mouth, it was like, F. What did
but
she
here's the thing. This is why I feel bad though, because also almost always they go home on those challenges.
They do.
Yeah.
Every time.
It is so rare.
Because they're being compared to someone who studies, who knows the language. Where these folks have to work twice as hard to know. They not only got to have the talent, they got to be able to speak it, they got to be able to understand it, they got to be able to portray it and emphasize those looks. Well, if you don't know the true meaning of the word, how do you change your facial expression?
Controversial.
What?
I'm a recruiter, right? I always pick top talent for my companies.
Okay.
Right? If you went to a foreign country and you learned their language, would you put yourself in that situation?
But that's not their language.
They
know what they're getting into.
That's not the question.
They do.
They know what they're getting into.
They know that they're going up against somebody who speaks perfect English.
So, absolutely. So I would work twice as hard to learn and to do what I could do on the business side. But entertaining, where you're now telling me today I'm acting, tomorrow I'm dancing, next week I'm acting and dancing and speaking your whole thing, it's like, whoa, like these.
But Mama,
they do that within
season
2.
15. You know this shit. Like you know,
right?
You know where we're at.
I agree with that part.
If you ain't showing, you're out.
Absolutely.
Glue gun
all
the way, baby.
Fake it till you make it, and that's the thing, though. These girls, let's make it even. Again, let's just make it even all the way.
That's why this excites me. I want to see folks in their areas of the world on their playing field because that's where you get to see. I mean, when I think about like some of the challenges that have happened on like all the countries, they're all different. Every one of them is different. Like even though same format, same judging, the shows are all completely different.
And I really do like the concept also about like the houses. You know, I mean that's part of the foundation of our LGBTQ plus history. You know, so it's like we're and it's kind of like the voice. Okay, you want to be part of my house? I want you to be part of my house.
Pick me because of this. I think that's again with the peppermint and those other 2 ladies. Like again, just the
House of Big Boy,
House of Chub,
House of Pancakes,
House of Carbs, that's
House
what
of
it looks like.
Pasta,
House of Aroma. It's just, and it lingers.
Oh, that's the House of Blade. That's
and
the
House of Huff.
And it just lingers.
That is the House of Blade. Okay, that is
Glade.
It's important that we bring that back home to the foundation because we're losing it with every day that people try to erase history, people try to erase culture. They try to, and that's going to imagine if they're erasing a whole bunch of people. What's going to happen to LGBTQ? Well, we're going to sweep away even faster.
It also goes back to even if it's not enough programming, because it's never going to be enough. Because you see on current season of Drag Race of queens that are on there today who watched the first season of Drag Race when they were 10 years old, and it inspired them to live their true, authentic lives. And I think that's amazing for young queer boys and girls all over the world to be able to see drag queens in their own culture. And I think that's the most important factor over anything else.
I think what's so important, what you just said, is that we have more trans folks who are winning titles, who are stepping up, being the face of, because someone had to step in, and they know it's so comfortable and be the first. And they know that we accept them and we love them and we want them there, and we can do that. That's why peppermint is important.
Especially
that's why.
Absolutely. Especially when they're black, trans, and coming from that smaller minority, they need
hot
to
as
work
hell,
twice.
all right?
Hot
So
as
make
hell.
sure that you go check out Call Me Mother Season 2 and also Drag Latina that's going to be coming out soon. So each week at It's Happening Out, we ask our hosts about what's important to them. But the twist is that they must do it in just 30 seconds. 30 seconds or you will hear this bell that I don't have.
Good.
Hold on.
Here you go.
I'll magically stop you after 30 seconds. How about that? All right.
We'll add a bell in post.
You know the reality is that I hate that fucking ring bell? Like
Oh my
I
God.
really
We know.
hate
Yeah,
that
Al?
bell. Like,
What
I
the
dream
fuck?
about
You know I
that.
hate that
So
bell.
understand that, like,
That's
when
why
I
he's
put
dead.
Al in the trunk, I
dead.
put that bell also in the trunk. All right, so.
Yeah.
He's probably in there ringing the bell, and no one could hear him.
It's been 30 seconds. It's
Yeah.
been 30 seconds. It's been 30 seconds.
We spent too much time on this subject. Edit it in post.
Let's see. Anyway, so this segment is called What's on Your Mind and sponsored by Jets Pizza. Please show Jets Pizza, our wonderful Jets Pizza pizza.
Yeah.
Yes.
LGBTQ plus pizza of choice for South Florida. What's on our mind is the
hungry?
deep dish Detroit style pizza or perhaps the cauliflower thin crust. Jets Pizza has been with It's Happening Out for 4 years now. They captured our attention for our 4th season premiere with their new campaign called Bigger is Better. And of course, they're talking about their slices, malpensados. What did you think we were talking about?
The
Jets
pizza.
supports a huge variety of LGBTQ plus events and nonprofits with more than 400 locations nationwide and 35 in Florida. They are considered one of the best franchise opportunities in America. And the South Florida LGBTQ plus community loves their pizza because it's slamming. And this is why Jets Pizza is our sponsor of What's on My Mind. And thick. And thick. And Auntie Maim with the thickness. Let's begin with you, beautiful.
Oh
What
my
is on your
gosh.
mind, Mama?
Sewing is on my mind because
Sewing.
Halloween is in less than 2 weeks.
Woo.
I have a big 2-day event next Thursday and Friday called the Black Market. It's going to be like this giant queer festival with burlesque and drag performers and straight people and punk bands and everything else. And Fort Lauderdale always shows out. And so I'm hosting and I have to make sure that my looks are on point. So I make my own looks, so that's what I'm worried about right now.
Ding, ding,
ma'am.
ding. Listen, if you're gonna be in South Florida, make sure that you look up the Black Market. I talk about it. I've talked about it on the FayWhat show a couple times, and it's a slamming event, and you will not be upset that you went. Trust, it's
wave
a
your
really
wand.
good time.
Wave your wands.
There you go.
There. Jonathan Casañas.
Well, I know this is going to feel like a shameless plug, but it's not. It is Gay Ocho Festival season.
Yes.
Our kickoff is in 2 weeks. It is a Latin, Hispanic, diversity and inclusive festival. It happens February. November 2nd is our kickoff. I'm very excited. We're looking for, volunteers. We're looking for fundraising or donations and donors. We're trying to get really big talent, and we're doing really well, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait for you guys to experience it. I know you guys haven't experienced it on this table. Some of you have.
I took Cal out.
I went for the first time last year, and I had the most amazing time.
Never
I took
been.
other
Saying
folks
that.
there, absolutely.
The idea is
Yes.
going to be
Am I the
so
virgin?
much better. You are.
You are again.
For once.
And we're going to fix that. We're going to pop
It's
that.
honestly the best Pride event I've ever been to, and that's
Oh, yeah,
I always
yeah,
say that
yeah.
to anyone.
And that's a lot coming from
Vamos.
Cal that
Yeah.
has been all over the
He
world,
does
has gone
every
to a
event.
million prides, and
Yeah,
doesn't
it
miss
was
one Pride event.
It was the most
Listen.
fun I ever had.
It's a lot. 80,000 people come to this festival. It's the joy and passion of my life, and
Yeah.
I just
Oh my God.
we're now back into it, and it's really heavy for me.
And even our own FayWhat hosted.
No, and FayWhat hosted the Girl
the-
Center.
Notice went down when you said
Yeah, no,
FayWhat.
when you
Notice
said FayWhat,
it was like, oh, keep talking, keep
No, I'm
talking.
sorry.
I
He's
know
trying
it's
to
him.
steal the bell again.
He
So
gets
FayWhat,
30 more
FayWhat,
seconds. He gets 30 more
I
seconds.
peeped
to
that.
tap.
I peeped it.
So last year, I was blessed enough to host Lynn's Girl Central, which is
Yes.
the girl. They have us in the alleyway. We'll talk about that some other time.
Wait,
But it's a
don't say it like that.
No, but the girl alleyway was the
Hold on.
most fun. It was the best music out
It's
of
a lot of fun.
all the other DJs. Like
I get to host, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. DJ Zeno, all the people. I mean, but again, going back to Gay Ocho and everything
Yeah.
that you do, Jonathan, you, Damian Pardo,
Yes.
Bella, your whole entire crew, you guys are amazing, and they work all year round to get this event that happens once a year. It's
Yeah.
crazy how hard
Yeah.
you guys work. Thank you for sharing that with What's on Your
Thank you. I
Mind.
appreciate
it.
Gay Ocho, get all the information on it. Next, my brother from another mother, my kinky
favorite,
brother.
yeah.
Woo!
So-
Elimination, what's on your mind?
So what's on my mind this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I mean, we got to take a moment. And what I wanted to kind of just share with you guys is that men and male identified folks, our bodies do get breast cancer as well. According to American Cancer Society, about 2,700 folks, new cases are invasive breast cancer happens, and about 530 of those die. So we got to be very careful. Breast cancer hits about 70% times less common in black men than in our black women. But black women and black men, because we don't often go and get treatment, we are often the folks that are hit hardest. Our cases tend to never end well. And so I wanted to make sure that due to reasons, associated with the structural racism and things like that, that our male identified folks realize too that we also could be affected, not just our sisters and our siblings, that we gotta push forward to not only make awareness, but support the American Cancer Society, those folks who are doing, Susan J. Coleman, those folks who are doing the work, because if not, all of us here can be affected.
Oh my God,
And prevention,
thank you so much.
prevention is
Iconic.
key. I mean, even our own, I hate always talking about it, but our own FayWhat
Well,
was
I'm-
a breast cancer survivor.
No, I'm a year and a
And-
half cancer free.
Woo!
The only
Yes,
reason that I
ma'am.
am is because of early detection, just like you
so-
said.
Yeah.
And the issue is with 1 in 100 men get breast cancer. And that's,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
if you have it in your family, if it's in your health history, if you feel a lump, don't be shy and go check it out.
So I will share with you guys that, I am a colon cancer survivor. My mom, because of this stuff, she wound up catching cancer. And the doctors it was a fight. And then by the time that we fought insurance company, we fought doctors, she wound up losing her battle. And it'll be October 22nd is the anniversary. And this is why it's so important to me, and so if you have the opportunity on Saturday, there is a march in Fort Lauderdale. It bothers me to go see survivors because my mom didn't, so I get a little bitter. I've gotten better over the years, but I can't on the 22nd because now I get a little bitter.
But her legacy,
But her
you
legacy is
telling
there,
folks
and
at home.
I have marched with her picture. I wear the pink, because my hero raised me. A lot of people don't meet their heroes, and again, end of the day, early detection is key.
Yes.
Do not let medical professionals tell us black and brown folks that we don't feel something, that something that is not right.
Yep.
Go to someone else. You have to fight
You
for
know
your
your
life.
body.
You
You
have
know your
to
body.
fight
You
for your
feel
life.
something weird,
And
go get
I
checked
wore my
out.
pink shirt as well for breast cancer awareness, and I feel you. My family also has been riddled with colon and breast cancer, so I feel you. And if you want to go together, I'll go with you.
I'll go with you.
love
We can hold hands together, all of us. I think
Group
that's important.
going. Let's
Group
go.
hug.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Let's
get out of
go.
here. Oh, wait a minute.
Yes.
Stop. Oh, Mr. Gorgeous Kal Gajraj, what's on your mind, puppy?
So what's on my mind is actually the midterm elections. We're a couple weeks away for some key elections in some very key states. And I can't stress enough the effort that the LGBTQ plus community needs to go out and vote. And I know a lot of people don't vote in the midterm elections, but it means a lot in certain key states.
Yeah.
Over 2.5 million people have already voted across the country, which is a huge turnout. We have key races here in the state of Florida. This means the difference between Ron DeSantis being our governor or not.
Yes.
So everyone needs to go out and vote, and I can't stress that enough.
Amen.
Right, amen. Thank you so much, Kal, for saying that. And folks, that if you got your absentee ballot, send it back.
Send it in.
Okay, they're trying to
please.
erase us. Right now, you have enough time that if they get it and it doesn't match the signature on your license that you signed 20 years ago, you have enough time to get it and fix it and make your vote count. So please do so. Kal, thank you so much for announcing that. Mr. Cameron Glass, I mean, since you didn't, take any time to get fixed or anything, or to dress.
He wants to have
He was running late tonight.
He has horns. He bought horns. He has horns.
I want to take credit for the horns. But
Oh yeah, he borrowed the horns. They're not even his.
I even tried.
Daddy
I
Casañas
tried.
gave me my horn.
Are you okay with him calling you Daddy Casañas?
I am.
Courtesy
Daddy,
of Daddy
Papi Casañas gave me my horn.
All right, Cameron
Very
Glass,
much
say something that means something. Go.
I was going to talk about the weather and how nice it was out, and that's why I'm dressed like the way I am. But I feel like it's very important to talk about the breast cancer thing. So since I am male presenting with a male body, I do want to bring out that you just need 2 fingers to bring out and really just feel around. So if you feel a lump and you don't know, or like, hey, that's not normally there, please get it checked out. That's super important. It's super easy to do yourself. 2 fingers are more than just for Faye, so go on to it.
That's how you check your balls too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just
With a
Jonathan,
sniff.
can you help me check after the
I
show?
will. I'll help you on the show.
Oh, perfect. Okay. We'll do it on air.
Can I move?
Can I just make us all realize that he utilized those 30 seconds to show off his hairy nipple, and we all just allowed it. We all just kind of say it with our mouth wide. We all.
Cameron Glass, brand, hairy nipples.
I wish you were wearing pasties. Why aren't you wearing pasties?
I can't afford them.
And then when he opened his jacket, you guys all didn't get the aroma then?
Oh, homophobic.
I think
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
okay.
hold up. Here
Not
we
this
go.
far across the
There it
table.
is. There it is. Bananas. I love it. It does go with the horns. Now we know what he's going to be wearing at Wicked Manners on now we know.
Fully.
Wait, can you do that
Wear that
chesting
much
again?
clothing.
Yeah,
Let's-
guys, come on, get into it.
Wait, can Jonathan do it now?
Jonathan, can you do it? Oh,
I can do it to music if you want to play.
I
Yeah, can we get a beat going?
I kind of
The mic.
enjoy
Alright, so
Jonathan's more.
can I do my superpower and do my dick like that? I can make mine dance. I mean,
No,
God, it's like a band. We have a band now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a symphony.
Then the whole room will go
Hey.
Full orchestra.
Hey.
We got percussion.
That's it. We have it all. We have it all. All right.
This is what happens when Al's not here.
That's what happens when Al's not here. You want to whip your penis out and make the room go dark. What's wrong with you? Also on my mind is the great Jets Pizza. Let's watch their commercial.
Take a look around these streets. Do you really think we woke up one day and said, yeah, the world needs more pizza? Nah, just a better one. better, like the world's best pizza, Jet's Detroit-style pizza. Hand-pressed and baked to the thickest, crispiest crunch. You're welcome. Now visit jetspizza.com and save. Click on hot deals for special offers in your area. Jets, better because it has to be.
Next, we are proud of our special partnership with Sunshine Cathedral, the world's largest queer church here in Fort Lauderdale. Supporting that partnership, we are broadcasting from our permanent set here at Sunshine Cathedral at Happening Out Television Studios. We broadcast Sunshine Cathedral Sunday International Service at 10:30 a.m. every week.
Hey everybody, it's Rachel Maddow in Sunshine Cathedral. That is my queer church.
I love Lea Delario. Next up, if we were standing around the LGBTQ plus water cooler, this is what we may all be talking about.
Sex.
Oh, usually. It's sponsored by Hot Topic. Hot Topic is an American retail chain with nearly 700 locations specializing in counterculture-related clothing and accessories, as well as licensed music. Hot Topics represents many varied interests of the LGBTQ plus community, including music, movies, graphic artists, gaming, and more. Hot Topic features one of the largest collections of Pride merchandise that celebrates all aspects of the LGBTQ plus community. Hot Topic is a major supporter of the diversity of our community and supports many events, festivals, and nonprofit LGBTQ plus organizations. Very notable is their support of the Trevor Project, the LGBTQ plus community's most important voice for LGBTQ plus young people. And that's why they are the sponsor of It's Happening Out Hot Topic. So penis.
Penis.
There, now I got your attention.
Penis.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm
Penis.
alert.
Penis.
Mine or
In
no?
general. Penis extenders, okay, are not a new
Oh,
concept.
not mine.
Whether they work or not can be found if you are open to an honest self-experiment. However, we wanted to find out the average popular size of the penis. So we ran a poll on Reddit and asked what gay men prefer less when it comes to size. Is it less than 5.5 inches or 5.5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10? Our hot topic of the week, does size matter?
You have to say it too.
We asked gay bros and the answers were overwhelming. The number one choice by our viewers with 37% of the votes was that they prefer a unit that is about 6 inches in size. 22% of viewers said they prefer a unit that is about 5.5, and 20% of viewers said they prefer a 7-inch salami. Only 14% said they like anything over 8 inches. Actually, what do you folks think?
I don't
Does
discriminate.
size matter?
I don't discriminate. My throat is free real estate, and I say all penises matter.
How about in your butt?
As a true verse, ma'am, I'm an adult.
Ma'am.
Sorry. How about in your anus?
Ma'am, I am an adult. I am verse, and I enjoy it all. I do not shame. I do not.
know that part.
I know. It's part of my brands.
My
brand, versatile and hairy nipples.
That's you. That's your brand.
But yeah, no. Penis shaming is a really weird thing. I've enjoyed dicks from, micro penis all the way to elongated schlongs, whether naturally or surgically. Yeah, I know. Go on. Elongated.
I love rhyming.
I love throating.
Wow.
Hey, but I mean, seriously, is it really the size? I mean, it's really what you, okay, I dated a boy that had like an 8-incher, okay? And
You measured it?
And I did, yes, I did, of course I did. And then like, when it was full and it was a thick 8-incher, all right? So it was more like a beer can, but long, right? And there were times that I was like, damn, that hurts, dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, then I had somebody that had like a pig in a blanket that looked like a little penis thing. And he knew how to work that thing. Like it was one like orgasms all night long kind of deal. So does it matter? Do you like just get up and leave if someone's really little? Auntie Maim, take a couple breaths.
Motion of the ocean. Not, size of the ship don't matter. It's the motion of the ocean.
Well, I think that, size essentially doesn't matter overall, but if you're too small, it's too small.
But is it the person with the small penis that says that size doesn't matter?
It depends.
I don't know because, like, number one,
Good
I'm
point.
40 plus now, and I see a chiropractor twice a
wow.
week
I thought you
because
said
I have
40
low
plus
I thought you
inches,
said
right?
40 plus inches.
Ow!
Elimination almost like closed down the
40
whole
plus,
show and took you away. Like,
lower
seriously.
back pain is an issue, you know, so I'm not
Your dick
looking to
swinging?
get, no. In my younger days, 20 years ago, like, yeah, 9 inches
Auntie
plus,
Maim, she
you know, it's been great. But now, like, I'm definitely older now, a little bit more moderate.
So what does that mean? So you want a smaller penis because you're older?
Yes.
May I have a conservative penis? I'm a little older now.
Yes. Six and a half inches is fine.
No more jumbo size. I just want.
It's
not regular Franken.
It feels the needs. It does what it needs.
does
I got bad knees now. I
It's what
can't.
it is.
Yes.
It's a lot of work when it's that big. There's a lot of things that have to go into it.
And I don't have that much time.
I don't.
Right?
I don't. I have,
None of us do.
I have galas to go to and shows.
You're busy binge watching Dahmer. I mean, you have
but
You're finding the wrong top because someone who is clearly could not talk to a lot of those people.
He's about to set his
you
track,
have to
y'all.
make sure that the angle is right, the insertion is at a certain level, at a certain pace. There's certain warm up that needs to happen for you as a person who has
but
a
if
larger.
you're drunk and you just met, it doesn't.
No, baby.
None
So
of that
if
is
you're at the
enough.
pool table
if
at
you're
the
good,
Ramrod,
if
it
you're
don't
good,
matter.
if you're good at what you do, it's never a rush. I will always lick it before I stick it. I will always make sure it's properly lubed.
Darkest
and I
nights.
will always make sure
Darkest
the angle,
nights.
Okay.
I will always make sure the angle is right because the thing is, there's a certain level of pain and pleasure that comes with it. However, if it's a stabbing motion, then yeah, you're not gonna feel it. I ain't gonna feel it. We're gonna be in the scene. However,
well, you sound like a very considerate top.
He's a pleasure dog.
I'm a
Have
good
you
daddy.
met him?
I'm a good daddy.
Okay.
I'm a very good
He's
daddy.
empathetic.
And but again, if I can't get off, you ain't gonna get off.
Right.
And if you ain't gonna get off, then it's no
Some people
fun.
don't care if both people get off. Most people who are sticking it in, it's just like,
But
okay,
again,
I'm
the
getting mine
question
off,
is,
and that's it.
but did you know how, if those of us who are larger than 8 inches or 8 inches or above know how to work it versus those that are 6, regardless of what you have, do the best what you got.
You gotta
However,
learn how to
Yeah,
use
but
it.
I guarantee you, I will get laid more than you do if we both have the same, not the same size, but the same knowledge and being sensitive. I will always win over you.
Why?
Because that shit is scary. And when I see that, I'm like, no, get away from me. It is too much, especially if
Speak
it's a
for
one-night stand.
yourself.
Oh, no.
That's right.
So wait a second. Elimination.
So I disagree
Wait,
with that
I will
all
always
day.
win.
And let me tell you, and I will always check my references and my videos to prove what I do. Let's be very
Elimination.
clear.
Are you?
Let's be
Well,
very
your
clear.
sources.
Wait a second. Hold on.
Wait.
Let-
Elimination. Can I see your LinkedIn page?
Absolutely.
Seriously.
It's right there.
Is there a PowerPoint about it or something? There's
It's
gotta
a whole
Roll the clip.
presentation. However,
So would you
at the end
consider
of the
yourself
day,
big or monster?
I consider myself let you see it as you tell me.
Oh.
We'll be back after this commercial break.
Sponsored by Bacardi and Virgin.
Sponsored by Bacardi and Virgin and everyone else that we talked about tonight. Everyone.
We're losing Bacardi.
We'll be back.
Right.
Everybody.
But again, at the end of the day, I would take that challenge because it's all about the foreplay, and we talked about this a lot.
all about
some
the
shows
foreplay.
earlier.
It's all about the
I
loop.
know you were.
No, I was
Yeah.
kidding. No, I was kidding. But I wasn't.
Oh.
I wasn't kidding.
Reference, let's go.
I'll
kidding
fuck
about
both
it
of y'all. It don't
being scary.
matter.
It's a lot of work. It's especially coming from. I mean, you're talking to me like I'm versed, and I have no qualms about that. But it's very scary when you look at a tool that big and you want to take it, especially when you're not prepared for it. Sure, you're sensitive. Sure, you're thoughtful, but it still doesn't matter. It's still a process, and it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of
especially at our
work.
age, where we're like, we just want to be satisfied in the right way, and we don't have to go through all this drama.
Yeah.
In that situation, you go to a Lil Nas X concert and you take a hit
There
of
you
popper.
go.
Get some
You go there
poppers,
first.
and then
Some
you're
poppers.
fine.
Not sex
I stand
before
corrected.
That is perfect.
And
all right.
Can we do it at the concert?
Or you just come to the elimination chamber. He puts you in some restraints, and you kind of work that booty over, and then
Chamber and
Is that another field trip?
Write your number.
Everybody
Write
got
your
excited.
number.
Look at
Write
Cameron.
your-
Cameron's like, give me your number.
Write
Give me
your
your
number.
number. All right, well, folks, that
It's a
was
real
the
thing.
hot topic of the show.
That was
Sponsored
hot.
by Hot Topic, and it was,
That was
super,
hot.
super
That was
hot.
hot.
All right, so our last game of the evening, we all love it, we all enjoy it. It's our game Shag, Marry, Chop, and it's sponsored by Andrew Christian. Our game is a playful conversation about sex, and Andrew Christian is a literal representation of that playfulness and the world's most recognized sexy fashion brand for men. Iconic names like Trophy Boy, swimsuits, underwear are just the start of Andrew Christian. Founded by and dedicated to the LGBTQ plus community, Andrew Christian has become a status symbol for straight men wanting to adopt the style that Andrew Christian represents. The brand's support of our community is unparalleled. Pride events, major parties, and charitable fundraisers, and many of the issues that have become critical to the gay community are supported by Andrew Christian. And the brand presence in pop culture, entertainment, videos, and so much more is why Andrew Christian is our sponsor of Shag, Marry, Chop. So tonight's theme for Shag, Marry, Chop is getting sexy for Halloween. This week we are going to play with social media influencers. At Boy on Fire, TikTok is our first gentleman there in the yummy Superman outfit. Yeah, all right. Look at those squats. All right.
Yeah,
Boy number 2 is at Primal _ Darnese, and at Nate K. Where is our third one? Darkness. Oh, wow. Primal Darkness. Oh, okay. Oh, well, wow. This is definitely not what I expected when I was reading their names at TikTok, right?
Yes.
Let's play Shag, Marry, Chop. Auntie Maim, we're going to start with you, mamas. Who are you
lost
gonna...
our screen.
We lost our screen, but it's okay because I remember from earlier. So, Shag.
Here, you can look at ours.
Okay, cool. So, Shag will be Primal. Because, you know, I love wood and large oak trees, so we'll just kind of say Primal. I mean, look at him, for gosh sake. I mean, it's like, this is, as it's getting cold outside, by the way, this is perfect, right? The temperature's dropping. Then marrying, I'm going to go with Nate because I'm actually a fan of Nate. I've been following him as a cosplayer for a long time. He has gotten sexier over the years, which I don't blame him. I mean, I probably would do the same thing. And I'm just going to chop Boy on Fire just because, I mean, the squats are fine, but also him in that garage, there's something about it that's a turn
Something a little creepy about the
Something
garage.
about it.
There was that
right?
one squad that I was like, oh, maybe, no.
And
No,
like,
but then it ended all wrong,
yeah,
right?
like, yeah, so those are mine. So Primal, call me.
Yes! Jonathan Casañas, what do you think, puppy? Can you
tied
see
up. Yeah. I already know. My brain already.
Okay, go for
already
it.
knows. Like, so I'm a little tied up between Primal and Nate. I think
Why?
I want to shag Primal, but I also want to see him every day. So I might want to marry him. So I think I'm going to marry Primal.
Okay, no, so you're going to shag. So let's start. You're going to shag who?
I could shag him all the time.
If you marry him, you're shagging all
Exactly.
Oh,
You get
yes,
to marry
so I'm
him.
going to marry Primal.
Wait, the game is called Shag, Marry, Chop. So who are you shagging?
Oh, shaggy. So I'm going to shag Nate. Because also he's straight. I just found out that he's straight just before the show.
Oh, everybody wants to shag a straight person.
So,
Got it.
well, I've shagged many straight people, and it's not that fun as it sounds.
So then why are you saying that now?
So
Because he's straight, you want to shag
no,
him?
because his content is amazing. It's very sexy. He is getting hotter by the post.
So you're trying to steal his followers for
I'm
your
gonna
shit.
steal-
Now I
Yes.
get it. Now that makes more sense.
What's it called on OnlyFans?
Now that makes more
That
sense.
makes more sense, yeah.
That makes
You
more
want to
sense.
do a collab with
I'm
Nate?
gonna collab right in his hole. So I'm gonna.
I'm going to collab right in his hole.
$9.99.
At one huge long name.
Yeah.
So follow,
Okay,
yes.
So we're going back. We're going to shag, marry, kill. So we're going to shag.
No, not kill. We're not killing anybody.
We're not killing anybody. We don't want to get taken
Chop.
off the air.
You gave me way too many Bacardi.
I
drinks.
see. I see.
So, and then I'm gonna marry Primal because he's really just gorgeous. I haven't even seen his transitions. I just see his face, and that's where
He
I'm
looks
at.
a little bit like you, though, John. Like, is that why you like him,
Boyfriend
like, right?
Boyfriend twin.
That's not fair because I've never dated a boyfriend twin. Never.
Okay, but that could be your first. He looks a little like you, puppy. He's got the muscles.
There's
he's
your
got
boyfriend
the cute...
twin virgin.
All right, fine.
Your doppelganger fucker.
Because I'm definitely not going for the other dude because it's true. It's not.
His
It's not
videos
where
are
I
You don't like his
videos are-
Superman outfit. You don't like his squats. Just because he has
I
bad
don't.
squats.
There's a one moment where his ass looks really good, but it's all lighting, and I know better than that.
And even him in those high heel boots. No. Didn't do
No,
it for you.
I'm definitely for it for the content because I do it for the content as well, but I wouldn't fuck myself.
Yeah, sure. You do it for the content.
I do it for the
Yeah. Sure. All right. Elimination. Shag, marry, chop up.
So can we also talk to the producers about getting some flavor for this next segment of Shag, Marry, Chop? I'm tired
Oh
of
my
saying
God, I
the
knew
same
you were
quotes.
gonna say
Okay,
something
I have
about
to.
that. I knew.
Sorry. So anyway, so I'm just saying, there's a whole bunch of sexy. Okay, I'm just saying. So I would actually shag Boy on Fire. I think that when the ass popped in those heels, I mean, something about watching him click his heels while I've been inside him is kind of hot to me.
Okay, you like to twerk.
everybody's
actually.
I do. I would definitely marry Primal Darkness. I think that something about the wrestling, him and I could wrestle like. Fulfill my wrestling and cuddling fantasy over and over and over and over and over
Every
again.
day, Bobby.
Oh my gosh! And I think that I could choke him and like watch him like get that face and like that whole luchadorous kind of wrestling thing going on.
Yeah.
And again, Nate Kate Wiener only because just average white Wilton manner gay. I mean seen it every day.
Cute, though.
Every day. So yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, between you and me, I thought the Primal Darkness was going to be a black guy, and I was all excited about it. So then
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about them
We'll
later.
talk about that. We'll talk
It's
about the
soul
production later,
dark.
right?
It's a light dark. It's a light
It's
dark.
soul, right? Kal Gajraj, you're up, papi. Shag, marry, chop.
So I'm gonna shag Primal Darkness because I've always had a fantasy of like being with like
being
a
with John?
sexy muscle bear, and I've never had that opportunity. So it's a huge turn on to me.
You live in Wilton Manor.
So
he keeps the
Like a dime a dozen, right?
yeah, but it's not,
Vincent
no, but
Symphony.
they're not into me. So there's that. So it's,
Because you were the Republicans.
Wait.
Says the experiences that I've had, like when you message them on Grindr, they're like, "Sorry, you're not
On
my type."
Grindr, you're taking that as face value. How about talking to them in person at Gay Ocho?
life.
I do that too.
A lot of bears there.
I do that too, but they're only
Get on the
into,
right
like,
stuff, maybe.
the right. Yeah,
Sweetie,
maybe.
come hang out with me. We got you.
There we go. We gonna set you
We're
up.
gonna set you up. You're going to the wrong places, obviously.
So who you shagging?
So I'm shagging, definitely shagging Primal because that's like a dream come true.
Love it. All right.
Marrying Nate because I think he's super gorgeous, and when I make my lasagna on Sundays, I'm gonna grate cheese on those abs because he's
that's
super
not where I
sexy.
thought that
Well, what
was
about his
going.
personality?
Right?
Fuck the personality.
I don't need the personality.
And we just found out he's a
Republicans
Republican.
are 2 pumps. Republicans are 2 pumps. Okay.
And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to chop Boy on Fire because the heel thing is just a big turn off for me.
Is it really?
Yeah,
fair.
it is. It is.
fair.
Yeah.
Okay, no, you're allowed to. I get it. All right.
Heels on.
Sorry, man.
Don't,
No
please
heel.
don't.
I won't.
Oh,
right.
fine, honey. I'm good.
You're
I don't
good.
even like wearing heels on a good day. I'm not wearing them here. This is charity work.
But don't get it twisted. As a two-spirit, I can put on that pair of heels and still fuck the beep out of you.
Okay.
And make you scream for all heaven.
And we can all take a second and just imagine that.
Oh my God, yes.
I could too, actually, and
I'm
that'll
still
probably be better
imagining
for me
it.
'cause I'd be much taller at that point.
There's always a pillow. You can prop the. Again, it's all about the
I
angle.
need a lot
It's all
of pillows.
about
I'm
the
only
angle.
5'5".
Who's next?
Oh, Cameron Glass.
Oh, it's
Let's
me.
find out who.
Okay.
We want to shag, marry, and
We're all pretty much in unison here. Shagging, I'm going to shag Nate. He's pretty. That's about it, though. Not much else to him. Mary, Primal Darkness. That man is beautiful. I see personality. I see anything coming from him because he's not only changing locations, he's got just the body of it, the essence of it all.
All right.
Okay.
Boy on Fire, I'm too young. I don't deal with boys. It's weird if I'm doing people younger than me. So.
Okay. All right.
And the table got quiet.
Everyone's younger than you. What are you talking about?
He was like, I don't like to fuck babies, so.
I don't like to fuck.
I'm
No,
old.
my 2024 promotion.
The Lion King is
babies.
older than you. What are you talking about? Like,
Well, all right.
Also, you give him too much credit because that is not a boy.
At all.
That is-
No.
He made us identify as a boy, but y'all
identified
are
boy.
killing
He
the
is
heels,
not.
the rear bottoms. How we not going to
No,
accept?
man.
him
He's
as
wearing
rear
lesbian
bottom?
shorts. Did
Yep.
you see that? Nah, man. Nah. All
look
right.
at him like.
Did you see the lesbian shorts? Yeah, right?
You need to cover all that ragging.
Telling
Let me.
you.
I mean, again, I want to taste it to see whether it was real or not. I mean, it could be some injections, but that could be a whole
My
nother
God.
thing.
All right. He's still
His
talking
ass.
about the.
Talking about his ass.
What's the next
yeah.
subject?
Let's
Did he
move
get
You went to the
on.
lesbian shorts.
Backhand boot shot?
Seriously.
Let's
So with
move
so
on.
much shagging and marrying and chopping, let me remind you of what we love about Andrew Christian. Yes.
Show Technology features a hidden comfy cup that acts like a cock ring. You put your dick and balls in, and it lifts up and up. It features our signature slimming waistband. It's great for everyday support, going to the gym, or just when you want to enhance it. Show It Tech adds up to 1.5 inches to your current frontal measurements. Show everyone what you're working with Show It Tech. Get it now at andrewchristian.com.
We love Andrew Christian. That boy is so hot, right? Like,
Sure.
so adorable.
No.
Oh, and
Sure.
he's like, yeah, if you
He's
wear
not your
these-
type?
I don't like him.
He's cute.
No?
That's about
No?
it, though.
There's something. I think it's just the lines that give him to read. It's like because he's trying to sound sexy and it makes him not sound sexy because he's also reading a teleprompter. It just for some
His
reason.
underwear is like a cock ring.
It makes it look so
Yeah.
much bigger.
It's
but
like a
he's-
turn off to me
he's-
for some reason.
It's false advertising.
Everything is false advertising. Think about it. I mean, girls wear push-up bras. They wear lashes. You
Look
know.
at
I mean,
Jonathan. He's really
come
not that
on.
muscular.
No, yeah, Jonathan's
I'm
actually a
not.
twink.
That's a jacket.
The camera.
It's just a bodysuit. It's a bodysuit.
Dude,
The
it's all
camera
inflatable.
adds.
It's
The camera adds
inflatable.
20 muscles.
It's
20 pounds.
Wait a
of
second. Are
muscle,
your
yeah.
boobs not real?
What? How dare you? Cal, Cal, you never ask a lady about her boobs.
No,
all right.
Petri dish.
Folks, it is time to say goodnight. So let's hear from our host one final time. A goodnight from Elimination.
Good night, family. You know, happy birthday, Brittany Griner. Recognize another black person being suffered, you know, at the legacy of the United States. Follow me on Instagram, Elimination Onyx. Those of us who are local, I am marinating a current jock right now. You can bid on it at on Friday or Saturday at the Eagle.
The one you're wearing right now?
The one I'm wearing right now. I'm marinating
Yes,
right now.
yes.
And then closing, Elimination Onyx, making TVs go black. One station at a time.
Yeah. Blackout. Blackout them.
I love it. A good night from Jonathan Casañas.
Oh, good night. Happy Halloween to those that I don't get to see on Halloween. I may be in Toronto, which is going to be
You
exciting.
may be? What does that mean?
Maybe, so I won't be here.
No, but I'm saying like if you know, I'm saying like if you'll know if you're gonna go or not. Like something's depending
no,
if you're gonna go.
I'm gonna go. I'm just giving my.
He's being polite, right? He's alone.
I'm giving my. Listen, I'm brown. We have to check our finances first. The way our bank account is set up, you just don't know if you're able to afford it.
Truth.
But I can. Anyway, good night. I love you guys. Go follow me on Instagram. Follow Gay Ultra Festival on Instagram as well and Facebook. I love you guys.
Oh, thank you. And a good night from Kal Gajraj.
Good night, everyone. This was so much fun tonight. I always love being around this table and talking with you guys about different points of view. And if you're in the South Florida area, please go and support the Slow Burn Theater. This Friday, I'll be there for
Rocky Horror?
Rocky Horror. And then Saturday, I'm an ambassador for the National LGBT Task Force Gala. So tickets are still on sale. Visit www.thetaskforcegala.com. And it's happening out. We'll be there as well. And on Sunday, it's the closing screening and party for the Outshine Film Festival, the LGBTQ Film Festival for Fort Lauderdale. So go out and support your local organizations.
Well, and folks, you know, we're going to be out there for the National Task Force Gala. And, you know, if you can't afford a ticket to the gala, they have an after party for $50, which is going to be Dope Sauce Open Bar, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Only $50.
Dope sauce?
Dope
sauce.
It's going to be dope sauce.
It's going to be dope sauce.
You're right.
I thought he was going to say sloppy. Did y'all thought that's too sloppy? Okay.
Oh, he's
sloppy.
Never.
I'm classy and chic.
And he has Outshine the next day. So.
Never.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely. And brunch.
Although you can sleep through the theaters or whatever.
Cameron Glass, say goodnight, please.
Good night from your not-so-favorite horny little devil bear. Make sure to vote.
Thank you very much. All right, well, that's it. Another week with It's Happening Out.
Say goodnight.
Wow.
Sorry.
You pulled an Al.
Al, get him back.
Oh my gosh.
Get him back tomorrow. I'm so sorry.
That's fine. But I would like to say to everybody that, so a special tribute to Angela Lansbury, right?
Yeah.
If you all know, she passed this past week. And for those that don't know, my drag name is literally from a character she played. So
yeah, it was her
Auntie
Broadway
Maim
debut.
is so she won a Tony for that character. And shameless plug, because I love Angela Lansbury so much, if you visit my website, mimsandmaim.com, you can get a hold of my podcast that I do called You Slay Me, which myself and my best friend, who's also a drag queen, we've been going episode by episode of Murder, She Wrote.
Aww.
So
I love that.
if you're a fan of You Slay Me, it's on all the platforms. We're in like the middle of season 2 now of Murder, She Wrote, and
that was a great series.
It's a great series. I've seen it before.
love
My best friend
that.
had never seen it, so it's been really fun because he is genuinely surprised at how insanely ridiculous it is.
Oh my God.
And so so you can look for You Slay Me on like any of the podcast platforms, but we have a really good time talking about it.
I love
She
that.
made me
Thank
wanna
you,
be-
Auntie Maim. Sorry for skipping you.
goodbye. That's a good
How about
no,
dressing
you
up
almost
like her
skipped
for
that.
Halloween in one of your many events that you have to go to?
I thought about doing that. And actually, I actually dressed as the like the her from the musical version of it. So there's a really wonderful character piece where she's wearing this long sequins dress. And a lot of the songs actually are still around. Like, so We Need a Little Christmas is actually from the musical Maim. So it's, you know, I hold it very close to my heart because the whole story of that musical and the movie it's just based on like finding your family, right? Finding your true family. And it's resonates still to this day because that's what the entire story is about. It's about families.
I love that. I love
it.
that. All gays should look up Angela Lansbury. If you don't know who she is, look her up, okay?
And Literacy Row will
Or
encourage you to
even-
read. Yes,
yeah,
I love
incredible.
that.
Rest in power, for sure.
Rest in power.
Well, that's it, folks. Another week with It's Happening Out. You sat right here at the LGBTQ plus kitchen table as we kikied on the things that are important to our community and some stuff that's not important to our community. We just did. You know, we're in this world right now where they're trying to erase us, folks. They're trying to forget that we are part of history. It's not LGBTQ plus history, it's just history, and we are a part of it. And you know how you can support by supporting LGBTQ plus media like this? We're sitting around this table talking about what's important in our community, right? We're letting you in. If you're an ally, you're doing the right thing by just watching this show and getting yourself educated to know what really happens in our community. And we invite you to tell others, invite them along for the ride. It's a fabulous freaking time, for sure. We invite you to follow our 501c3 nonprofit experiment. Is our LGBTQ plus community important to you? Our mission means we deeply believe it is. Pick up Hotspots magazine on newsstands all over South Florida. Queer News Tonight, covering the LGBTQ plus news of South Florida, America, and our world, is daily and live at 9 p.m. on Roku, Apple TV, and many other television platforms. And our flagship is with you right here tonight and every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Because remember, if it's important to you, it's happening out. Until next time, good night.
Bye.
Stay gay.
Gay.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.